Welcome, Pewter Report readers, viewers, and listeners to a brand new edition of the Pewter Game Day Show, brought to you by our friends over at Walk-Ons. Get ready for Bucs versus Panthers, folks. It is starting right now. I'm your host, Matt Matera, flying solo for a little bit because my co-host Josh Capo is at the game in Carolina. So it'll be myself. Adam Slavon will be joining for the second quarter. I will also have Chris Mathis from The Drive with T-Crass joining us at halftime. So let's get into it, folks. Thank you, everybody, very, very much for joining us this afternoon. Bucs won the toss, elected to defer. So we will see the Bucs defense on first as Bryce Young completed a short pass to get things going. And for those watching the 1 o'clock games, the Falcons absolutely falconing. As Young throws it down the field, goes incomplete. He'll set up a 3rd and 5. Levante David on the coverage. Let's set things up here. We'll do first quarter. Bucs 0. Also, the first chance we get to see Dave Canales and his offense against Todd Bowles and the defense. So 3rd and 5, everybody up at the line of scrimmage. Literally no one back except for Mike Edwards. So it appears Bucs will be going man to man. They send a blitz. There is a flag. Young overthrows Adam Thielen. Is he on the coverage? We will see what the call is, though. It was like offsides on the nope. Just a penalty on the Panthers. So the Bucs will decline, and a nice 3 now for the Bucs to start. And there's a ref down. Oh, geez. See the replay here. Oh, the ref just kind of bumped into Vi Jones, it looks like. Tom says the turf monster got him. Scotty J says Falcons lose. Great. Yeah, that was big time. Let's see who else. Cincy Kid says, Pewter people, are you ready for some Bucs football? Go Bucs. Yeah, very excited. Diesel Roche says, LFG, LFB. Let's freaking bake. Yeah, huge shout out to the Chargers. I mean, Kirk Cousins looked terrible. He can only play well against the Buccaneers. So hopefully the Bucs and the Falcons don't meet in the postseason. But man, if the Bucs can win today, they would be 6-6. That would tie them with the Falcons, with also 6-6 record. Obviously, the Falcons have the tiebreaker over the Bucs, but the Falcons have not played good football. Yeah, 4 interceptions, as Scotty J says. Cali Buck says Cousins' arm looks tired. I mean, he's getting older. Let's remember, he's coming off that Achilles injury. I know that doesn't immediately impact the arm, of course, but, you know, the body works together. He's 813 says no Josh Capo today. Yeah, for those just filing in, Josh is at the game today. He's in Carolina. So he is in the press box covering it for pewterreport.com. So I'll be on solo for a little bit. Adam Slavon will be joining in the second quarter. And then, of course, Chris Mathis from The Drive will be joining us at halftime. So yeah, we'll have guests in and out doing a little Manning cast style for sure. Yeah, this is Josh Capo's second game he's gone to. He obviously went to the he went to the Falcons game as well. Unfortunately, the ref is getting carted off. So Bucs playing with a one less ref. Carl Paganelli. So hopefully a speedy recovery for Carl. As Scotty J says, cousin steals money. He must be related to Capone. That is a funny one. So I guess they'll get Kirk Cousins for tax evasion one day. Panthers punt the ball away. Not a very good one. Bucs will have solid field position at about the 27. Not the ideal punt for Carolina, but hey, Bucs don't care. Get the first drive of the game for Baker Mayfield and company on the offense. Let's see if the Bucs can continue to put up points. They scored 30 against the Giants. Probably could have scored more, too, if they really felt like it. But we will find out if Tampa Bay can get an early lead in this game. Rachaad White starts in the backfield for the Bucs. There's Mike Evans as well. Jalen McMillan. 2 tight ends as well. They do run it with Rachaad for about a 5 or 6 yard game. A good push up front. Interesting, the Bucs went with 12 personnel there. That was 2 tight ends. You saw Payne Durham. The receivers were Jalen McMillan and Mike Evans. And it looks like, yeah, there's Durham again. They're going to stick with that 12 personnel. Interesting they had McMillan as wide receiver too and not Sterling Shepard. Something to pay attention to moving forward. And, of course, great to see Tristan Wirfs in the game as Baker fumbles the snap and then is immediately sacked. Not sure what went on there. Josie Jewell will get the sack. Bit of a low snap. The blitz was right there, so even if it was a clean play, bit of a missed assignment there. Redfish says, don't like Tristan in there. Give school a chance. At 3rd and 12 for Tampa Bay. Certainly a passing situation. Now Sterling Shepard's on the field. Good pressure off the middle. Baker over the middle. It is too high. Looking for Mike Evans. That one sailed on him a little bit. So 3 and out for the Bucs offense. So trading 3 and outs early on. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, no one. Was he going for Mike or was he going for Sterling Shepard? Interesting. Gill takes the snap. Oh, that one was rough as well. Gets a solid bounce. But that came off the foot quite poorly. Bucs get the benefit of a pretty good bounce. But man, that could have gotten worse. Yeah, we'll just call it a wash. Johnny says, I don't like this punter. He's been more consistent than Jake Camarda, but you don't want to see that. Redfish says, surely there's a better punter somewhere out there in need of a job. Rux's review says, man, this is going to be a tough game. Use the offensive line and run the ball. Yeah, I mean, I think, listen, Liam Cohen has had a ton of drives where the Bucs have scored on the opening drive. So the one time that they don't, I don't think it's time to freak out just yet. And we've seen Cohen kind of adjust on the fly and see where the Bucs have advantages. I think, even from that first down run that got them 5 or 6 yards, I think we'll see them kind of get back to the ground game. Of course, they didn't even use Bucky Irving yet, so. And Shaggy says, game day with Matty Diamonds, LFG. Yeah, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate that. By the way, if you watch Pewter Picks and Props, you got paid pretty well. I went 4-0 in college football, already 1-0 with the under in the Falcons-Chargers game, which was a double win because the Falcons also lost. And also, we won with the Steelers and the points. So, solid 6-0 to start. Nicola Legistina says, I find it hard to believe that we can't get a random soccer player from Tampa to play as our punter, LOL. We'll also see if the Seahawks held on to beat the Jets, then that would be 7-0. So, not bad. Yeah, I will reach out to the UT soccer team, see if anyone's available. Cuse44 says, call it the Cuse Canes. Maddie score. Let's go. Diesel Roche says, how's your Thanksgiving, Matt? Well, thank you very much for asking. It was quite pleasant. Had some good food, stayed local, was in the Palm Harbor area. Great food, enjoyed watching that first game, and then saw the movie Wicked that evening. So pretty good Thanksgiving. I hope you had a great Thanksgiving as well, Diesel Roche. Feel free to let us know what you did in the chat as well. And hope everybody had a very happy Thanksgiving on Thursday. Thankful for all of you guys and gals that watch us each week. So thank you. Cincy Kid says, all Matty does is win, win, win. I'm hot at the moment. Okay, the Seahawks won. So, all right, 7-0. 7-0. Yeah, gonna enjoy it, but I've had some bad weeks too, but feeling it right now. As Cincy Kid says, Matty Diamonds. Let's go. 7-0. That's what I'm saying. Hopefully I'm right about the Bucs game too. 3rd and 3. Young's gonna run up the middle. Winfield gets to him. Looks like he's short. Josh Ortiz says, Matt, always a pleasure to cheer on this Tampa Bay team with you. Happy late Thanksgiving, my guy, and all Pewter people. Thank you so much, Josh. Always appreciate you when you're watching, and hope you had a fantastic Thanksgiving as well. Cincy Kid, I did pick the Bucs -6 to cover. I also did the Bucs team total over. That was, I think, 26.5. And a couple other player props as well, which we'll get to as the game continues to unfold. The punt is away. Another short one. Bucs are going to have a really good field position. Almost at the 40. I don't know what's going on with these punters right now. Q's44 says, Matt, best play caller. Thank you so much. DMT isn't cool says, who's your first ever NFL jersey? I believe that was Curtis Martin of the New York Jets. Hall of Fame running back. I believe Curtis Martin was mine. Feel free to put in the comments, though, everybody, who your first NFL jersey was. And now I'm quite intrigued. Diesel Roche says, that's awesome. Plenty of food and desserts. Great time with the family as well. Watch USF choke out here against Rice, unfortunately, as Rashad White runs for a first down. And, yeah, glad you had a great Thanksgiving, Diesel Roche. Yeah, I'm not sure of the weather in Carolina. I also have no volume on the TV. So, let's see. Q44 says Wilbur, Montgomery, Eagles. Scotty J, Leroy Selman. DMT isn't cool. A-Rod, that makes sense. Pete says Woodson on the Packers. Seth Alexander says mine was Brett Favre. Richard Taroka, first jersey, 99 Sap. Oh, Mike Evans drops the pass from Baker Mayfield on first down. Just a clear drop by Mike. Yeah, Jody says Leroy Selman. Professor X says Rondé Barber first jersey. That's awesome. Another Hall of Famer. By the way, it was the pony package. It was on the field, so shout out the pony package. My favorite formation on the Buccaneers. 2nd and 10 for Tampa Bay. Bucky Irving is in the game. It's a swing pass to Sterling Shepard. He heads up the field. He's going to get a first down and more. Sterling Shepard all the way to the 30. Great job by him. We saw the Bucs get him involved last week with a number of screens and swing passes, and he rewards the Bucs with a nice play right there. Shepard is wilding out. It was the right call, too, because they blitzed the defensive back, which opened up a lot more room. You got Tristan Wirfs running out in space. That's a sight to behold. And the Bucs are in business. Kate Otten goes in motion. They're going to run it with Bucky Irving. He sees the light of day, breaks a tackle, gets a first down, and more. I mean, the way that the Bucs are moving the ball on the ground, they may not have to throw it that much. I mean, they are turning off 5 yards per run. So well done. And this is going to open up the play action. Bucs are getting a great push off the line of scrimmage. Tampa Bay is at the 20 with 8:40 to go in the first quarter. Another run with Bucky. He goes right up the middle. Oh, man, he was close to breaking it. Still another 5-yard run. So the Bucs have clearly come out and sent a message that they are going to push around the interior defensive line of the Carolina Panthers. Yeah, Stan Glassman says Bucky almost broke that one. He was very close. I thought he was, to be honest with you. So just keep feeding Bucky. Why not change it? I'd run it again. 2nd and 6. They do run it with Bucky. He's got plenty of room. He's going to, oh, man. That one, he was going a little more east-west. Would have liked Bucky to just kind of hit the hole, but that's fine. Make it a 3rd and 4. Josh Ortiz says, found the hole in the Panthers defense, run, run, run. Diesel O'Shea says, I can't even remember my first jersey, LOL. All right, 3rd and 4. Rachaad White is back in the game. Got 3 receivers out to the right. Kate Otten's in the slot to the left. They're going to run it with Rachaad White. He's close. Looks like he's going to be a yard short. Do the Bucs stay aggressive and go for it on 4th and 1? I say do it. Even if you just QB sneak it with Baker, that's fine. Be aggressive, Todd. I agree with this call. Whether or not it works, I agree with this call. So let's not armchair quarterback this. Baker's under center. White gets the ball. He's got room. He's got a first down. I love that call. I love it. Just big boy football. Get the push up front. Keep going with your guys. Bucky Irving comes back into the game. See, I wouldn't mind a little play action here. McMillan goes in motion. They do run it with Bucky. Finds a lane and gets down to about the 3-yard line. Keep running it. Keep on running it. As Haplo says, just keep running. Stan Glassman says, feed Bucky. That's fine. Feed Bucky, feed Rachaad White, feed whoever. Just keep on running it. I also would not mind a Mike Evans touchdown. I almost feel like you take a shot here and then you run it on 3rd down if you don't score. Mike's in the slot on this one. McMillan out wide to the left. They are going to throw it. Baker looks over the middle. Incomplete. Tried to find Kate Otten. What do you third down play? Do you run it? Little behind Kate, slightly behind him. 5:17 to go. 10 seconds on the play clock. Mike is alone on the left side. That's a good sign. Baker's looking for Mike. He's going to throw it in the corner of the end zone. Too high. And a pass interference penalty is going to be called. Mike Evans, the greatest of all time when drawing penalties, looks to have drawn a flag here. Vita Bay is in the game, ladies and gentlemen. Vita Bay is in the goal line package. Will he get the ball lining up at fullback? They give it to Bucky Irving. He runs into Robert Hainsey and gets stuffed at the line of scrimmage. Oh, man. Give Vita the ball. They're taking Vita out on this play. Damn it. Yeah, I say run it again. Why not? Please. I want to see a Vita Vea a touchdown so badly. Rachaad White's in the backfield now. They're looking for the fade to Mike. He caught it. Is his feet in? He's in. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans scores a touchdown. Good to see him in the end zone once again. Tampa Bay takes a 6-0 lead. Was that 7 touchdowns on the season for Mike? Yes. There you go, Mike. Good for Mike. And good for my fantasy team. Oh, and the Mike Evans anytime touchdown hits. So let's go. Finally hit that on Peter Picks and Props as well. Richard Taroka says, is that receiving touchdown 101? I believe so. Well done, Mike Evans. MJRVI says, what a catch, vintage Mike right there. Nicole Legistina says, Mike is a cheat code. So just to recap, the Bucs defensively have forced 2 3-and-outs, and offensively, they have ran the ball right down the Panthers' throats. They were aggressive on a 4th down, went for it. And then Mike Evans, the greatest offensive player of all time in Bucs history, caps it with the touchdown. Angelina S. says, you can't stop that. Cincy Kid says, I love the Bucky Evans show this drive. That's true. It was really just Bucky, Mike Evans, Sterling Shepard, and Rachaad White. Let's see. Oh, that's right. The tomorrow. Carolina. By the way, the Saints are up 3-0. Rashad White has 4 attempts for 22 yards. Bucky Irving, 5 for 21. Sterling Shepard, 1 catch for 21 yards. Mike Evans, 1 catch, 2 yards, but a touchdown. Baker is 2 of 5 for 23 yards. And showing the replay of the Evans touchdown. Antoine Winfield Jr. early on leads the Bucs with 2 tackles. Oh, man, what a catch. What a catch. Yeah, 101 career. By the way, we got a $4.99 super chat from Revfish. Thank you very much, Revfish, who says, when our wide receiver is in motion, do you know if Baker has a run-pass option depending on coverage? The tight end in motion signals run. Happy belated Thanksgiving. Thank you. Happy Thanksgiving to you as well, Revfish. Thanks for the super chat. Thanks for the kind words. There are not too many RPO options in the Bucs offense. There's some. But down at the goal line, not as much. So it'd be more of calling the proper play beforehand. Like you see Baker go can a lot. It would be more that than necessarily an RPO type of situation. Anyway, Panthers start the next drive. Kalijah Kancey is right in the backfield, causing havoc. Bucs missed some tackles, though, so it's actually going to be a really good run and a first down. Damn. That went from being great to being pitiful. Oh, Cincy Kid says the ref will be fine, according to the TV. Good to know. Thank you. Man, Kalijah Kancey was 2 seconds away. Missed tackle by Christian Izzian. Beat of A as well, but that was more on Izzian for sure. The first down for Carolina. Remember Anthony Nelson getting the start with no Joe Tryanchenko at outside linebacker. Brooks was activated, I want to say 2 weeks ago. Second and 9 for Carolina. Panthers have been in shotgun for a majority of this game. They Bucs blitz. Levante David. Young has time. Finds Leggett, I believe. Yeah, just one-on-one coverage. Didn't want to get beat deep. He had Yaya on coverage as well. Yeah, it was Leggett. Who's probably riding high, South Carolina with a big win. And the Panthers are getting into field goal range. Tell you, that screenplay changed everything. Young steps up in the pocket. He's going to get sacked. The ball is loose. The ball is loose. I don't know why. You got to dive on it. Are they saying incomplete? What's going on? They just engulfed Bryce Young. Are they saying he threw the ball? It's kind of weak. Was anyone even in the area? Yeah, I guess you could say Brooks. Damn, that hit Logan Hall in the lap. Anyway, it'll make for 2nd and 10. 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 2:13 to go in the first quarter, by the way. I'm liking the pressure the Bucs have gotten. They've been close. See if they can finally cap one off. They blitz Antoine Winfield Jr. Mike Edwards off the edge. Young finds David Moore, the former Buccaneer. Will make it 3rd and short. Edwards just not quick enough to get around the end. So 3rd and 3. This Tampa Bay's in the house. They got Kalijah Cansey lined up in the linebacker role. Winfield is up the line of scrimmage. They blitz him. They run it with Hubbard. He's going to be short. Winfield and Mike Edwards team up for the tackle. The question is, will Carolina go for it on 4th down, or will they elect to kick the field goal? Seems like Carolina's going to stick with their group. Probably the wise call. You're 3-8. Don't have much to lose. Nope. They're bringing on the field goal unit. Interesting. That's a win for the Bucs. As Tom says, we can't let Edwards leave. 47-yarder for Eddie Pinheiro. Former Bears kicker, if I'm not mistaken. This looks closer than 47. Anyway, the kick is up, and it is good. So Carolina gets on the board. A little bit of a response to the Bucs touchdown. Tampa Bay will remain in front with a 7-3 lead with 48 seconds to go. Just a reminder, we will have fellow Pewter Report colleague Adam Slavon joining for the second quarter, and then Adam will join me on halftime, as well as we will have on Chris Mathis, the producer of The Drive. He also has a show on Saturdays, Wise and Mathis. Thank you to Virgin Boys with $1.99 super chat. Says Edwards is so much better than Whitehead. I think what Mike Edwards has that not many the great safeties haven't. I'm not saying Edwards is a great safety, but he has that instinctual ability to read a play or anticipate a play happening. And that's what I spoke about with Mike Edwards in the locker room during this week, where I was just banning a commenter, as you can see, the NFLFox.net one. He said he needed a little time to feel comfortable in the defense in that game against the Giants. But once he got it going, you saw him almost get that interception against Tommy DeVito and was guarding Malik Neighbors and all of that stuff. And yeah, I think he can end up making a big play today. So far, the Bucs have 43 yards on the ground in one quarter. Pretty good. Averaging 4.3 yards per attempt. Now it looks like Fox is going over the history of Dave Canales and the Bucs players. Can't forget Brad Idzik as well, the wide receivers coach, as Canales says hello to Baker. And look like assistant GM John Spytek, Todd Bowles, of course, and Dave Canales. Good guy, Dave Canales. Josh Ortiz wants to know, anyone got Baker getting a touchdown today? I thought about it, but I advised not to instead. Sean Tucker will take this kick return. Slams into Ko Kieft. Gets around the 25. By the way, Bucs reporter Scott Smith says Baker Mayfield has joined Tom Brady as the only quarterbacks in Buccaneers history to record consecutive seasons with 25-plus touchdown passes. So congrats to Baker Mayfield entering Bucs history. 42 seconds to go in the first quarter. Bucky Irving's in the backfield. Trey Palmer on the field goes in motion. They will run it with Bucky. Curious what everyone in the comments thinks, but it seems like Bucky's going a little more horizontal than he typically does. Going for that home run type of play. Bucs don't have to call another play. They could just let the clock run out. We'll see what they decide. Palmer goes in motion again. He and Mike Evans on the right side. They do take the snap. Baker pump fakes, throws down the field. Sterling Shepard looking for a flag. Bucs don't seem happy about it. No call. That'll make it 3rd and 9. Seemed like a lot of grabbing going on with the Panthers secondary. We saw Mike Evans draw a penalty. Try to hit him with the out and up. Little bit of a grab of Sterling Shepard's arm. I think there's reason to be frustrated. Baker hasn't been crazy accurate early on as well. Like even the touchdown to Mike Evans was just a great catch by Mike. Bit of a high snap. Baker steps up, throws. Incomplete to Trey Palmer. Yeah, Baker's been pretty inaccurate early on. That is the end of the first quarter. Let me tweet that out. Not the best quarter from Baker Mayfield. The Bucs lead. Following the first quarter, they are up 7-3. Let me change that little adjustment there. Go to the second quarter. And since we have a little bit of time, let's hear from our friends over at Walk-Ons.
Game day at Walk-Ons is just different. And it starts with the way our teammates prep each dish from our scratch menu. No shortcuts. We are hand cutting every single mozzarella log straight from the block. Hand peeling, stuffing, and bacon wrapping each voodoo shrimp. Hand carving ribeyes for our steaks and po' boys. And hand slicing, then tossing our boneless wings and our house-made sauces. With wall-to-wall TVs and food like this, why would you want to watch anywhere else? That's game day. The Walk-Ons way.
That's right. We love our friends over at Walk-Ons. Even though Bucs fans, you may not love Saints quarterback Drew Brees, of course, he is advertising with Pewter Report and giving establishments of great food for people in the Tampa Bay area to enjoy. So at least let's give a shout out to Drew Brees for that one specifically. But Walk-Ons has so many fantastic deals to absolutely love. You got the happy hour every single day. Mondays, 3 to close. Tuesday, all day. Wednesday and Thursday, you can do from 3 to 6. At 9 to close. And Friday, it's 3 to 6 as well. Check out some of the great deals they have, like the $3 happy hour pours, $7 Boom Boom Shrimp Queso Dip. The boneless wings are fantastic as well. There are really no bad options over at Walk-Ons. They have tons and tons of TVs, so it's great if you want to enjoy watching sports, and particularly football, especially on Saturdays and Sundays. Yesterday was great with college football, a lot of chaos, a lot of upsets. Of course, football, a lot of fun 1 o'clock games. I know Bucs fans enjoyed watching the Falcons lose to the Chargers. Some other good games, a lot of one-possession games as well. So if you want to watch football on Saturdays and Sundays, you can do so at Walk-Ons. They have Michelob Ultra, Bud Light, and Budweiser deals with 4.49 pints, 22-ounce drinks as well for $5.99. Check out their $5 Heineken Silvers and their $5 neutrals with assorted flavors. So, head on over to Walk-Ons. They have 3 locations in the Tampa Bay area, one in Lakewood, one in Wesley Chapel, and of course, Lakeland. I don't know why I keep saying Lakewood. Lakeland, one in Wesley Chapel, and one over near Raymond James Stadium as well. So check out our friends over at Walk-Ons. And joining us now for the second quarter is Adam Slavon. Adam, what's going on, man? How you
Matt,
doing?
I'm doing well. It's great to be on the Game Day show with you after a first quarter in which, like you mentioned it towards the end there, Baker Mayfield kind of looking inaccurate, 2 of 7 to start off, and just doesn't have it right now. But the Bucs do have a lead, so maybe they'll keep it going.
Yeah, let's sync up our TVs. What are you seeing on the screen at the moment?
I think I'm a little bit behind you right now, Trenton Gills on the punt.
Okay. Oh boy.
And he
Wow,
just
you are very far behind.
Am I really?
Yeah.
YouTube TV, come on now. Let me down.
All right. Let me know. Let me know, like, as soon as Bryce Young snaps the ball on offense.
All right, we'll do.
All right. So for those at home, we are going to be a little behind. So just keep that in mind when we call play. Nothing?
He's under center. In motion. Snapped it.
All right, cool. So Hubbard gets the handoff. Yaya
Diaby
making a
he meets him
play
there.
in the backfield. Now that was worth the wait. Shout out to Yaya
Yes.
Diaby. Not getting to the quarterback, but getting into the backfield and getting after the running back.
Yeah.
We haven't gotten to use this picture too much, so we will do it anyway. Shout out to Yaya Diaby.
That's a great graphic. But yeah, went unguarded there. Made a nice play.
2nd and 11 for Carolina.
Ooh.
Young found a wide open Leggett who's going to almost break a tackle. Shoestring tackle there, I believe, by Winfield. That'll be a first down for Carolina. Let's see. Yeah, just didn't line up against him. So 5 yards down the field, wide open. Why not?
Yeah.
New set of downs for Tampa Bay. Got Yaya and Anthony Nelson on the edges. Will Golson comes into the game. So they go a little play action. Anthony Nelson in pursuit. Young's just going to throw this one away. Looking for Tommy Tremble. That was KJ Britt in coverage. Not bad by him.
Yeah. Came back with a strong play there. Be
I
interesting
feel like
to see
early on. Yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say the snap differential between Nelson and Braswell in this game. A lot of Nelson.
Yeah, early on. And in fairness, like the Bucs, up until that last drive where the Panthers kicked the field goal, they had basically forced 3 and outs. So
yeah,
you're not really going to substitute guys when you're only on it for 3 plays. 2nd and 10 for Carolina. They blitz KJ Britt. Young has time to throw down the right side.
Ooh, that was close.
Zion McCollum in on the coverage.
Who knew David Moore would be Bryce Young's best friend out there?
Yeah, had that catch on the last drive as well.
Had a big game last week.
Seems like early on, they haven't been able to really sack Bryce Young, but I'm liking the overall consistent pressure the Bucs have brought.
Yes. Yeah, they almost got to him in that Jonathan Brooks screen, Cansey and Vita.
Yeah, and that would have changed everything on that drive had Christian Izien missed a tackle. See what Tampa Bay does with their blitzing formation. 1 second on the play clock. They blitz Levante. Yaya's almost there. Cansey in pursuit. Young throws to a wide open Tremble. Holy smokes. Talk about a breakdown by the Bucs. And much like that screenplay, the Bucs had Bryce Young dead to rights. He's able to get this throw off. Obviously, a screen, you're not getting rid of it too far. But, man.
That cannot happen on 3rd and 10. Izien looks like he's...
Izien had a great game last week, but he's had some issues early on in this game.
All right, throw us in the red zone. And now they
Young
are.
looking, caught by, I can't even see who that is. Anyway, short gain.
Big sea of blue there. Carolina. They're repping.
Hey, well, when you've won 2 of 3 and almost beat the Chiefs, I guess that'll bring the people out.
Yeah. Ooh,
Young goes
some
under
trickery.
center. A little
Okay.
trickeration. Cansey's in the backfield trying to ruin it all. Jose Ramirez in pursuit of Young.
Ooh.
Young throws it out of the end zone. So a little bit of putting lipstick on a pig. Looked pretty at one point, but nothing really comes about it.
No. Let's watch this again. Man, Cansey's been there in the backfield.
He's been every
Everywhere.
single play.
Just need to finish him. Get 1 or 2. They need a big stop here. 3rd and 4. Yeah, 5 hurries already on Bryce Young.
Yeah. Can the Bucs maintain their lead? They're up 7-3 with 11:43 to go. Sorry, 11:47 to go in the second quarter. Young throwing towards the end zone, out of bounds. Bucs will get a stop.
Yeah, not really a catchable ball on either of the past 2 plays. But looks like they'll go out and get another 3, make it a 1-point game.
Josh Ortiz says we should have 5 sacks by now. All right, we'll see how Carolina does with the field goal attempt. Eddie Pinheiro from 38. He hit his first one.
Wow.
Good. Kick is up.
Doesn't make that
and
one.
it is no good. It is
Oh, man.
wide. The Bucs will keep their 7-3 lead. The Bucs have benefited a good amount this season from missed kicks by kickers. I mean, the Washington game, they missed a few. The first game of the season. San Francisco, the Bucs couldn't take advantage of it. Same with Younghoe Koo in that game at Atlanta. So, Bucs seem to have a thing on kickers this year, making them miss.
Yeah, and it was just after his last field goal, the TV announcers were like, he passed Justin Tucker's most accurate kicker in NFL history. And then they jinxed him. But works out in the Bucs' favor and could be a big momentum swing, too, because if the Bucs go out and they score a touchdown, it's a 2-score game as opposed to maybe a 14-6 game. So
exactly. And then you're, forcing Carolina to finally score touchdowns, which they haven't done yet in this game.
Yeah.
Bucs have benefited a lot this season by missed kicks from their opponent. Big time for Tampa Bay. Got a $2 super chat from Bucs Basement. Thank you very much. Says the defense isn't doing much. It's Bryce doing it. Yeah, some overthrows. I mean, part of the bad throws is the pressure that the Bucs have been able to get. So I understand what you're saying, that Bryce Young, it's been a little bit on him. And I agree with that slightly, but also like there's a reason that he's not having a clean pocket and having all day to throw. So I think it goes a little hand in hand.
Yeah, it's that initial pressure kind of forcing him out of the pocket to make those throws. And either he found Tommy Tremble for the 38-yarder or he's throwing him out of bounds. So the secondary kind of has to play off what the pass rush is doing.
Yeah, exactly. Revfish says, offense has been a little out of sync. Let's get it together in this drive. And Scotty J follows it up with run. That's where the Bucs have been best. So, I think we're all kind of advocates of throwing more and stuff like that. But in this case, you're running it 4.3 yards per attempt, so why not keep it going? Joe Miliziano says, haven't thrown a screen yet. They have. They threw it to Sterling Shepard on one of those opening drives.
And kind of want to see more of Rashad. He's doing pretty good to begin the game. And then they're going to get him the ball last drive.
Leading the Bucs, I believe, in rushing today. Yeah,
they're both at 22. Yeah.
Yeah. Best average, though, at 5.5. Yeah, Bucky already has 6 attempts. Remember, they each had 12 last game. So Bucky's already halfway there. Bat W says Bryce has sort of looked okay. Bucs will start their next drive. They got the pony package going on with Bucky and Rashad White.
Hand it to Bucky.
Yep. About a 2-yard
Oh, there is
gain.
a flag.
Looks like it's on the Bucs.
Yep.
It is. The ref points that way.
Graham Barton.
Bit of a rough game for Barton as well. Holding penalty, some of the weird snaps going on.
Yeah. See how egregious this was. Yeah. Little jersey tug.
So 1st and 20. The Bucs haven't been the best at overcoming these 1st and longs. Baker has the pocket collapse around him. It's Jadeveon Clowney. Still doing it. Able to run down Baker Mayfield. Just got him on the foot. And he goes down for the sack. Beating Luke Gedeke.
Yeah. Yeah, Baker went through his reads. Did not see anything on the right. Tried to roll out to the left. But Clowney, he had 1.5 sacks last week and got another one there.
That was weird because, like, Gedeke was in lockstep with him, but then Mount pushed Clowney, obviously, to help, but it pushed him, like,
to the side.
Further away from Gedeke, but got him in that open space to get around, so quite odd. Rashad White with the run on 2nd down. Gets a couple of yards, but obviously not the ideal situation. Have a
casual
third very long coming up.
Casual 2nd and 33 play call. That's 3rd and 25.
Yeah, the Bucs in the 2nd quarter this year just have not jived.
No. All right, who are you throwing the ball to? 3rd and 25.
They'll probably do like the Kate Otten screen or something. I'm calling a screen, maybe to the running back. Just get Rashad White out in space, or
Rashad in motion.
Tight end screen.
It was the Kate Otten screen.
They love running that play. They run it like 2 or 3 times a game. There is a flag on the play. I can't help but think this will be on the Bucs, though, given that the play took 2.5 seconds. Luke Gedeke getting into it with Clowney.
A little chirpy.
Come on, let him play. An ultimate man downfield. All right, so they'll decline that. Man, another game where the Bucs are struggling to move the ball in Carolina.
Yeah.
Last year they won 9-0, just, obviously settling for field goals. And Carolina's going to have good field position here.
Yeah, definitely. See how this punch
Trenton
goes.
Gill has been awful today.
Yeah. Shanked that one out of bounds. He got lucky on the first one where it kind of kept rolling, but
yeah.
I wonder if it's like really windy there or something. Because Hecker, he booted one like 30 yards.
Yeah. Hecker has not been good either. Poor Josh Capo watching this live.
Yeah. He has to be heartbroken.
This is guy, Jake Camarda.
Matt, that was just a 22-yard punt. That is.
Yeah, that's disgusting. Whew. Scotty J says, "Shank you very much."
Nicholas comment.
Yeah. I'm not going to put that on the screen.
Put it up,
very
but...
funny. Stan Glassman says, oh, wait. No, who was I looking for? Rich Taroka says, Bucs should draft a punter. Oh, wait.
So they're already in
Panthers
field goal
start
range.
the next drive. A pitch to Chuba Hubbard.
He
Missed
keeps
tackles
going
by the Bucs. Hurt them again.
Yeah, another flag.
Who's slow to get up? Is that Will Golston? Was that just another flag thrown at the end?
Yeah.
He just casually boop.
Oh, it's KJ Britt down.
It's like KJ. Yeah, KJ Britt is hurt. I saw it too. I thought maybe it was 92, but that would make more sense with KJ Britt.
Holding his chest. Looks like. He's still down.
Man. Yeah, some tough
Still
injuries
no.
already. The ref.
Yeah.
Let's see what this call is.
Without that ref, they're taking a lot longer.
Yeah. Personal foul.
Defense.
Looked like they called it on Winfield.
Okay, Jay's walking off.
Yeah. Yeah,
That was
he's
a low
able to
block
Britt is
on
bad,
Winfield.
but would never cheer for an injury on him. Yeah, I mean, we don't want to see players injured. I know he hasn't been playing well, but come on. Nobody should be rooting for an injury.
No. Winfield kind
Scotty
of slid
J
in there.
says, what a reffing crew. They want to be on TV. Yeah, a lot of flags early on. I just think there's too many rules in football.
Yeah. Already the Tampa Bay 14.
Yeah, haven't done anything.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay, those penalties I'm fine
jumpy.
with because you could see it. Buck Spaceman with the $2 super chat. Thank you very much. Says,
Thank you.
If we lose this game, bye-bye balls. He's not going to get fired if they lose this game. He will get fired at the end of the season.
That's a big opportunity, though, with the Chargers beating the Falcons.
I know.
And then
have
next
to take
week,
advantage of this.
Yeah, they could be leading the division next week. They beat the Raiders,
Wild.
too.
Yep, one step at a time, though. But thank you, Buck Spaceman, for the super chat.
Yeah.
So 1st and 15. All right, nice tackle. Yaya Diaby. Again, getting it done in different ways. An update in Ravens-Eagles. Ravens going with the black.
Lamar had all day there. What a catch, though.
Baker Mayfield's buddy. Yeah. Mark Andrews. 2nd and 14. 8:40 to go. By the way, we will have Chris Mathis from WDAE joining us at halftime.
J.J. Russell's in the game now.
Off pass to Adam Thielen. Levante David makes the tackle. That'll make it 3rd down. I feel like this game's pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Even all the penalties. Maybe it's just me, but you got Jose Ramirez. No, never mind. That's Braswell. An outside linebacker on the right side. JJ Russell lines up on the left side. Russell comes off the edge. Young has time. He's going to step up. He's going to run. Gets the first down.
Man, he's in there.
And is in the end zone. Touchdown. Carolina takes the lead.
Bryce Young using his wheels there. Winfield, he got so close to trying to knock that ball out. It's trademark.
He's addicted to knocking the ball out at the goal line.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bucs just couldn't stay in their gap containment. Hey, the game's not done, people. There's still 7:45 to go in this quarter. The Bucs get the ball to start the second half. There's a long way to go. Let's not panic just yet. And Carolina's got a shaky kicker. Extra point is up, and it's good. It was curving, but it's good. It's now a 10-7 lead for the Panthers over the Buccaneers. Let's take a look at the stat updates for this game on each side. Baker Mayfield is 2 of 8 for 23 yards, averaging 2.9 yards per attempt. He has the touchdown to Mike Evans and has been sacked 1 time. Rachaad White leads the Bucs with 31 rushing yards. He's done that on 5 attempts for an average of 6.2. Bucky Irving, 6 attempts, 22 yards. They both have long rushes of 11. And only 2 receptions in the game by Bucs receivers, by anyone on the Bucs. Sterling Shepard had the screen for 21 yards, and Mike Evans had the touchdown. So crazy to think we're halfway through the second quarter. There's only been 2 completed passes for the Bucs defensively. Yaya Diaby leading the way with 4 tackles, including a tackle for a loss. Antoine Winfield Jr. and Mike Edwards each have 3. For the Carolina Panthers, Bryce Young is 8 of 15 for 110 yards. Chuba Hubbard, 6 rushing attempts for 16 yards. Bryce Young, 2 for 12, including that touchdown. Jonathan Brooks, 1 rushing attempt for 1 yard. Tommy Tremble, 1 catch, 38 yards. Xavier Legette, 3 catches for 32. Jonathan Brooks had the big screen play that went for 18 yards as well. Dozie Jewell leading the Panthers with 3 tackles. And Jadeveon Clowney has the lone sack in this game by either team. There's 2 other 4 o'clock games going on at the moment. The Saints have a 3-0 lead over the Rams in an absolute barn burner at the moment. And the Ravens, wow. So there's only been 1 touchdown in all of the – actually, no, sorry. The Ravens did score a touchdown. We saw that with Mark Andrews. Only 2 touchdowns in the whole 4 o'clock time frames right now. Baltimore leading 9-0 over the Eagles. So quite surprising.
Yeah. So, Matt, we're about halfway through the second quarter here. Haven't really seen the Bucs establish much on offense. How do you think they go about that on this drive?
Just keep running it. They've found success when running the football. I don't see why they've tried to deviate and go away from that. Now, they did have the holding penalty, which derailed a lot of things, but this team is too good to let one little mishap kind of derail an entire drive. So I want to see them continue to run the football, and if you do have to pass it, let's see some play action, some other creative stuff, and get Mike Evans involved.
Yeah.
They haven't done much in the passing game at all, but once you get Mike going, the rest of the team usually follows suit. We have a $9.99 super chat from Mopar Buck. Thank you very much. Who says, how about start calling players out like Winfield, who hasn't made a play since he's gotten paid? We sat here all week speaking on how bad the Panthers are. We aren't bad. We aren't a bad football team. I mean, they've only allowed 1 touchdown. I'm not going to freak out just yet because Carolina's gotten better on offense. It's their defense that stinks.
And I don't know how much you would put that drive on the defense when you look at the offense getting called for so many penalties, the punter shanking it, and then working with a short field. I mean, we'll see how they respond here.
Bucs start at the 30. They're going to run it with Bucky Irving, who heads up the middle, breaks some tackles, and that is a first down, and that's exactly, Adam, what we are talking about. Just stick to running the football, and good things will happen.
Yeah. Going up against the league's worst rushing defense. I mean, why not keep running it?
Yeah, take your time. Kill a lot of clock. Get the ball to start the third quarter. There's a method to the madness.
Yes.
Baker remains under center. They're going to run it with Bucky Irving again. Ooh. Oh, my goodness. This one goes for a huge loss. Johnson on the play, completely beat, I believe it was Ben Bredesen. Let's see. No, he came off the edge. Yeah, okay. Bredesen pulled. I remember seeing Bredesen in there.
Yeah.
Interesting. Had the running start and everything. But
they had Wirfs at right tackle.
Yeah. Just like old times.
A little throwback.
Oh, looks like the Bucs are going to call a rare first half timeout. They did last week as well.
It's a special occasion. First half timeout.
I think Todd has learned that occasionally you do need to use them. And you can still run a 2-minute drill with 2 timeouts. Rux's review says, does Bowles get a big kudos for using a timeout? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, make it most impressive now.
Yeah, right. Of course, just a reminder, we will have a Pewter post-game show as well. Once this game is done, it'll be myself and Scott Reynolds. And hopefully we're talking about a Bucs win. Because we also want to have Victory Monday the following day, which is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Second and 13, 6:26 to go in the game. Baker has completed 2 passes. Boy, another penalty. This is clearly on the offense. The play hasn't even started.
Based on the comments here, it looks like on Jalen McMillan. He was kind of he had his hands up in the air, like what's going on?
I didn't even notice him.
Yeah, he was on the bottom of the screen, like he was kind of looking around, like
as if the Bucs didn't have enough trouble.
These penalties are killing them.
Yeah. In the way the offense is looking, I imagine it's got to be like really windy there or something, because something's off with like throwing. Everything's off right now.
Ooh.
Ball is caught by Mike Evans, and since he
Mike
was
Evans
untouched,
isn't
it's
off.
got to be a first down.
Yeah. Did the little arm reach, get that yard.
Yeah. Right. I mean, no one touched him, so he wasn't willingly going down.
Yeah.
That's 2 catches for Mike. His over-under was 4.5.
A nice deep out route.
Give him the first down. Right in front of Dave Canales, too.
You miss me? That's what you're saying to Dave.
All right, Bucs are at midfield. Moving along here.
McMillan goes.
Little play action. We've wanted to see this. Baker going down the field. Has a wide open Mike Evans, who makes the catch and gets the Bucs to the 21-yard line. That's the 3rd catch of the game for Evans. Bucs feeling a little momentum, have a little tempo going. Mike looks a little winded.
Yeah. That was a nice ball from Mayfield, right on the money in motion.
Some pitch and catch,
Yeah. Yeah, they took Mike out the next play. Probably needs his breath.
Right. Well, almost halfway to 100 yards. Obviously, everyone knows he needs essentially 100 yards a game if he wants to get 1,000. Little swing past to Bucky Irving. Breaks one tackle as expected. Breaks another.
He's still going.
Whoo, he's down to the goal line. Nucky if you Bucky. Bucky Irving doing damage once again as a receiver.
So 3 chunk plays here now. All of a sudden they're at the 5.
It's almost
players making plays.
It's almost just guaranteed at this point that Bucky's going to make the first guy miss.
Yeah.
I know that's like a very high expectation, but especially if he's out in space, Bucky stays in the game. Evans is out to the left. McMillan goes in motion. They run it with Irving.
Ooh.
That D lineman was like on top of his back before. So like he was almost surfing Bucky. It's crazy. All right, let's see if the Bucs can punch it in. Four minutes to go. At worst, Bucs can tie it up with a field goal. Bucs will go shotgun on this play. Bucky standing next to Baker, who throws. Dropped by Sterling Shepard. Seemed like Shepard kind of looked away first.
Yeah, he did. He catches that, though. He has some positive momentum. Maybe gets in the end zone there, but...
Yeah, he's got to catch that. Because even if you're tackled, you're tackled at the 1 yard line. You do a lot more on third down.
Yeah.
All right. 3rd and goal. Rachaad White comes back into the game for the Bucs. You have McMillan out left along with Evans in the slot. Shepard's out to the right side. Otten's on the right as well. White goes in motion.
And
it looked like some
plays dead.
Bucs were moving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a Panther that came up. But
Clearly said
it's on Shepard.
Yeah. Tough drive for Sterling Shepard.
Yeah.
You have a drop. You have a false start.
Got that
Why
one nice
do I feel
play.
like Baker's going to scramble? I don't know why. I just have that feeling. I've not read the comments either. I don't know what's happening. So Evans goes in motion. He'll line up in the slot on the left side. Baker thrown to the corner of the end zone.
Shepard and
just overthrown.
Nothing
for Shepard.
Well, they could tie it up. I don't know if Sterling Shepard's the point of offense there. After you relied on Mike Evans and Bucky Irvin to get down the field, and you're like, Sterling Shepard time. Why not?
Yeah, I mean,
I don't get it. Especially
it was probably more of him
having.
having. It was probably because you had one-on-one coverage versus if Mike's on that side, maybe you shade over a safety or something like that.
Yeah.
Field goal by Chase McLaughlin is good. And the Bucs and Panthers are tied up at 10. Maybe, just maybe, we'll get a Bucs 3 and out. Ball back, score, and then get the ball after halftime.
Yeah.
Nice. Rux's review says momentum. Hank Lassen says run the GD ball. Yeah, it just seems like anytime a running back has the football, good things happen. Whether it's a running play, whether it's the little swing pass to Bucky Irving, just get them the ball.
Yeah.
Love this comment from Will who says, for all the doom and gloom, we're even right now. Maybe the sky isn't falling after every bad play. Yeah, I mean, we live in the moment. It's easy to, overreact and be dramatic. But, yeah, I mean, it's a tie game. Bucs can pull away. We'll see.
And they are going up against a Panthers team that's really been riding a high right now, and they're playing competitive football. Coming in, this is probably a game that you saw coming down to the end regardless with the way that the past few weeks have unfolded. So all things considered, only having given up 10 points right now, it's a pretty good sign, especially because, again, the touchdown earlier by the Panthers. I mean, how much of that do you really pin on the defense? But offensively, they really just have to get some momentum going. Like you saw it, relying on the big players to make plays. And then all of a sudden they kind of deviate from that. Kind of a sloppy offensive first half.
Yeah, it reminds me now. They were much better offensively in this game, but it reminds me of the Thursday night loss they had against the Falcons, where a lot of crazy penalties at the end really just, kind of screwed them over and got in their own way. By the way, shout out to Barry Moore, who says, good morning from Melbourne, Australia. Great show, guys. Thank you.
Hey, good morning.
So much for joining us all the way over there. And hope you're having a nice cup of coffee or however you get your morning going and enjoying the commentary, because the Bucs have given you some reason to have fun, but also some reason to be annoyed.
Yeah.
Scotty J says, how about a turnover? Who's with me? I'm all for it. Let's get a Mike Edwards interception.
Yeah. Remember, we talked about that on the Thursday podcast. Who's going to maybe get the next interception? Hey, Mike Edwards, why not make a play?
Yeah, I think we said Edwards, and then Zion was our backup.
Number 2. Yeah.
All right, 3:39 to go. Gill kicks the ball into the end zone for a touchback. Really the only thing he's done right today, along with catching the snaps on field goals and extra points.
It's the little things, right? Not the actual punts, but
got to find positivity one way or another. Who's going to make the big play for the Buccaneers? How about they start with the sack on Bryce Young? How about that? Brooks is back in the game at running back for Carolina. They go play action. Young's going to throw. It's a wide open Adam Thielen. Yeah, when I saw that the over-under passing for Bryce Young was 202.5, I was like, you got to smash that.
Yeah.
Do you know the Bucs passing attack? It's terrible.
Are you familiar with their game?
Yeah.
That was a nice throw on the run from Bryce. Like, he just looks so much more confident than he did even last year, like going up against the Bucs.
Carolina's at the 45-ish. They're running. And that's the thing. It's like Carolina hasn't even ran it that well today.
No.
And that's like kind of the bread and butter of their team, right? Is Chuba Hubbard, now Brooks, since he's been back in the lineup. But no, it's been all Bryce Young today, really.
Yeah. Hubbard right now has 6 carries for 16 yards. I mean, coming in, he's the 5th leading rusher in the NFL?
Mm-hmm.
So the run defense is doing their part.
It's everything else.
Yeah.
That's kind of to be expected with Dave Canales' offense, like getting rid of the ball quick, avoiding those sacks and kind of big plays. 1 second to go on the play clock. They get the snap off, play action.
Oh,
Yaya Diaby was a second away, but it's going to be a free pass anyway. And there's a flag. Don't you dare even say roughing the passer. Oh, come on.
Yep.
Kidding me? Does this ref have eyeballs?
No, they're missing one. They don't.
Right after he threw it.
He's in the air as he's throwing it. What is he supposed to do?
I think they're saying, like, because he went after the lower body. It's the Tom Brady penalty.
He's just lunging, like, to make a play.
I don't like that call.
Nope.
2:13 to go. This will be the last play as they run it with Brooks before the 2-minute warning.
Again, not much on the ground.
Bad call. Bad football game.
Have to agree with you on that one.
All right, we are at 2-minute warning. All tied at 10, but it doesn't seem like that's going to be the case. Rafa 1589 says, wow, what was a defensive player supposed to do? Honestly, change positions. Play somewhere else.
Play an offense. Why not?
Yeah. Cali Buck says, ref doing some home cooking. Cali Buck says, even the announcer said it's bad. Drew says, this may be the last season I watched the NFL. They've ruined the game. Bucks Basement, thank you for the $2 super chat. Says, incompetent coaching beating the Bucks. Yeah, I will say, I mean, Dave Canales knows what Todd Bowles is going to do on defense, and he hasn't really adjusted much. So, like, there haven't been a lot of crazy downfield plays. It was a screen pass where a tackle was broken, and it was a catch 5 yards down the field that you turned into 15 or 25, or whatever the case may be. Like, the Panthers aren't doing anything over the top,
extraordinary,
groundbreaking. Yeah, it's just been like your typical, he's open. They're making Bryce Young look like the Heisman Trophy winner that he was.
Yeah, and then just that one scramble play where he just had a bunch of green grass ahead of him. He's like, oh, I guess why not tuck it and run? But yeah, like you mentioned, outside of a couple big plays, the one to Tremble, the one to Brooks on the screen, they really haven't done too much. It's been a lot of short passes to guys like Adam Thielen, and where the inside linebackers just aren't close enough to make a play right away. So it's incompetent coaching. And then just the fact that the Bucs they aren't really playing disciplined football either on both
No.
sides of the ball.
Very undisciplined. I like how they've been able to generate pressure against Bryce Young, but at the end of the day, they're not turning those pressures into sacks. I mean, the biggest hit they've had on Bryce Young was a 15-yard penalty in favor of Carolina. So, yeah. Tyrus Wheeler says, we losing because of poor offense. I mean, at some point, the defense has to pick up the slack, too. And, the Bucs scored 10 points. They may still very well end up scoring 30 points today.
Yeah.
So we are back
right,
from the
let's see what the Panthers
2-minute
do.
warning. 2nd and 9 for Carolina. Got Yaya in the game, Anthony Nelson as well. So you're starting outside linebackers for the game. Antoine Winfield Jr. also is up at the line of scrimmage. Young throwing. Great coverage by Zion McCollum on David Moore. I don't know if he purposely threw that ball away, but that was certainly going to be an interception with the.
It was a good idea, too.
It was like he was boxing him out in basketball.
Yeah. David Moore definitely doesn't have the speed advantage there.
No. Still getting it done, though, all these years in the NFL. We have a 3rd and 9 coming up. We'll see if the Bucs can get off the field and get their offense the football back one last time. But looks like there's a timeout.
Gatorade break.
No free ads. Have we seen KJ Britt back since his injury?
I have not, no.
I haven't seen any reports either about he's questionable or anything
He was questionable. I did see that.
Okay.
Yeah, otherwise, I know it's J.J. Russell. He's been in for a few plays.
Yeah, the Bucs cannot squander this opportunity with Atlanta losing. Because you know what? If the Bucs lose and say they end up winning the division at 9-8 again or whatever, the NFC South's just still going to be looked at as a laughingstock of a division.
Yeah, you don't really feel good about that.
Yeah. All right, 3rd and 9. Can Yaya Diaby step up? Him and his 2 sacks.
Are they sending some heat?
False start.
Yep.
A lot of pre-snap penalties in this game. Nothing you can do about it for the refs on those ones. David Moore may have thought he was on the Bucs still for a second with getting an undisciplined penalty.
3rd and 14 on the outskirts of field goal range.
J.J. Russell's in the game, so that kind of answers about K.J. Britt. Young in the shotgun. 2 seconds on the play clock. The ball snapped, thrown over the middle to Thielen. Okay. Izzy makes the tackle, couple of yards short. Came close to getting it. What does Carolina do? Again, you're a 3-8 team. You don't have anything to play for. Their defenses look pretty good today. Bucs call timeout. Crazy. Looks like I don't.
Dave's contemplating over there on the sideline.
If I were him, I'd go for it. Young's playing well. Defense has been solid against Baker. He knows that against Todd Bowles, you're never out of a game.
This is true.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, it looks like that's what they're doing. 4th and 2. I wonder what the play call is, though.
I think it's going to be play action. Nope, and now they bring on Pinheiro. Wait until the very last second.
All right. Did they go in the halftime with a little lead?
Nah. Bucs will tie it up or take the lead.
Let's see, 45-yard attempt.
Eddie spelled with a Y as well, not an I-E. And Eddie with a Y is no
man.
good. Wide left again. And of course, again, another situation, Bucs benefiting from another missed field goal.
Yeah, it's kind of reminiscent of the 49ers game. First it was Jake Moody, now it's Eddie Pinheiro missing kicks. Man, oh so close.
Oh man, this could be monumental for the Bucs. Angelina S says shanked. Johnny says thank you, Eddie. All right, so Bucs, the new lease on life. Baker going down the field.
Ooh,
yeah, I was gonna say
flag.
Kate Otten got tackled.
Oh, there's
very,
3 flags
very
there.
early.
You gotta throw that.
Yeah. Josie Jewell with the early tackle. So Bucs being aggressive to start out this potentially what may be the final drive of the half. Come on, let's get to the point, refs. Thank you. Josh Ortiz says, any momentum, please.
Oh, they called it on J.C. Horn.
Interesting.
Let's see here.
Yeah, I mean, he just tackled him right away. Hits off
Ball hit
Otten's
his helmet
as well.
Baker says, throw all the flags.
Still not the prettiest of stat lines for Baker. Baker throws over the middle, caught by
Kate catches that one.
His first reception of the game. Remember, he had the drop on the screen pass earlier, and then, of course, was able to draw the penalty there. Minute 20 to go, 2nd and 5. Bucs right on the cusp of field goal range. I like that they have Rachaad White in, their best blocking running back. Oh, Baker's running out of room. Tries to throw it. Wow, complete to Cade Otten, who then gets the first down. That is a big boy play. Holy smokes,
all the way around.
That play was set to rights. Baker helps up the ref. The Bucs
says don't get injured.
They only have one timeout left.
Look at that pocket presence, though, and that throw off balance.
50 seconds to go. Baker pump fakes, throw. No, it's picked.
Oh, man.
Oh, a poor throw by Baker Mayfield. Should have just thrown it away, held onto it on the last second. Poor
opposite ends of the spectrum
Baker.
there. Such a nice play, and that's such a demoralizing one.
I mean, you live and die with the recklessness at times. I mean, you see exactly what he was going for with Cade Otten, but he threw it so off-balanced.
Yeah, that ball was just curving.
Very inaccurate day for Baker. Man.
That's his 10th interception of the year, matching last year already.
Now the Panthers, they could get back into field goal range.
Don't know if they'll kick it, though.
Young over the middle. Phelan, figure they'll call timeout. Guys 85 with the $2 super chat says, Bull, thank you for the super chat. Says, Bull's fired if he can't beat the Panthers? No, they'll let him play out the whole season. Professor X says, so Travis Hunter next year. I mean, the Bucs aren't even remotely close to getting a top 5 pick. So
no, there's so many bad teams in the league this year.
Angelina S says 716 says it all. It says a lot for sure. Baker had some clean games as well. It'll be 2nd and 3, 38 seconds to go. Shaggy says Cohen solid 25.
Hey, since the Packers brought Salah on, they're 4-1.
Yeah, he's been the key piece. All right. Panthers exactly at midfield. You know, the Bucs did the same exact thing against the 49ers when it was tied late in the game. Like, the 49ers either didn't have timeouts or they only had one left, and they just let them get out of bounds, like time and time and time again. It's ridiculous.
Matt, you know what I've noticed here? The past 3 plays now, Xavier Thomas has been in the game.
Yeah, interesting.
Over Mike Edwards, it looks like. Because they still had Russell David in, Isian's in.
Yeah. 33 seconds to go. Young. Oh, man. David Moore should have had it. Did not. Bucs will get helped out there. Richard Taroka says, even the announcers know how much space the defense gives. Yeah, that's just a clear drop.
It's a big one.
Once again, the Bucs get
Oh,
close,
Vita.
but no cigar. 29 to go. 2nd and 10. Panthers have 1 timeout remaining. Young throws over the middle. It's caught by Tremble. That'll be a first down, Carolina.
Tremble's hurt the Bucs in the past, man.
Yeah, Scott was
Even
talking about that a ton during the Pewter preview show earlier today.
I remember the 2022 game where the Bucs lost. I think they only scored like 3 points. Tremble had a touchdown and a couple big plays.
Nicola Legistina wants to know who 37 is. That's Xavier Thomas. He's actually been great on special teams for the Bucs. Obviously not the ideal guy you want in the secondary, but he's important to this team.
Yeah, a veteran too. Probably better than Funderburk and Hayes have been.
$23 seconds to go. Panthers in field goal range, but again, they've had shaky kicks today from Eddie Pinheiro.
Jose Ramirez in the game.
He's had a couple of snaps.
Looks like Vita lining up on the edge. That's their edge rusher right there.
Outside linebacker. Yep. David Moore, wide open. Again, the Panthers need to get out of bounds. I mean, how do you allow that over and over again?
Just let him get down the field, get in field goal range. Bryce Young already at 179.
Yeah. Michael with a great line says, Bucs turn Bryce Young into Steve Young. That's hilarious. Young throws this one away out of bounds. 14 seconds to go. And now you got to know they're going for the end zone because they cannot get tackled in bounds. I mean, I guess they could and spike it. And Mike Edwards questionable with a hamstring injury. Yeah. Tough. They just got Mike Edwards back.
The hamstrings, man. Yeah.
Yeah, here comes the mob to riot against the Bucs training staff. All right, 2nd and 10, 14 seconds to go. Young again to David Moore, 5 yards. Let him get out of bounds.
Yeah, that's a good comment from
with 11 seconds to go.
Stan Glassman. They got that playoff in 3 seconds. Went from 14 to 11. Like, just give them time. Give them space. They're executing. All right. 3rd and 3.
Will the Bucs be down 3 or will it be down 7? Young over the middle. Oh, Thielen
Did he
makes the
hang
catch.
on?
They say he's out of bounds.
Whew.
This will certainly go to replay because the refs love being on TV over and over and over again.
He's trying to do his Mike Evans there.
Bobbles it. Ball spinning. Holds on.
I think
that's a tutty.
Yeah, got his elbow. Yep.
That is a touchdown. Goodness gracious.
What concentration, though. That's a veteran receiver right there.
It's going to take like 25 years. All right. In the meantime, let's make sure we get this corrected. In the meantime, we are going to bring on our friend Chris Mathis in a moment. But first, let's talk about our friends over at Autograph. You know, people have asked us before, are we going to set up a Pewter Report app? And the answer has been no, because you can just get Pewter Report on the Autograph app. Yes, they have it for all Bucs coverage and other sports as well, including the NBA, WNBA, Major League Baseball, and fantasy football and college sports as well. It was co-founded by former Bucs quarterback Tom Brady on the belief that devotion should be rewarded and the future of fandom belongs to the fans. It's what you already do as a fan. It's reading blogs, it's listening to podcasts, watching breakdowns. You can get it on the app for free using the promo code Pewter. And it's great on Androids and iPhones as well. So downloadable everywhere. So read Pewter Report news, watch Pewter Report videos and podcasts, and get rewarded in one free app on the Autograph app using the promo code Pewter. That's Pewter. All right, joining the show now from WDAE, he is the producer of The Drive with T-Grass, also has a show on Saturday mornings called Wise and Mathis. Joining the show right now. He's been on before, so you know him, you love him. It is Chris Mathis. Chris, thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. Love the Christmas tree in the background. Happy holiday season to you. Hope you had a great Thanksgiving. Give us your thoughts about what's going on in this Bucs game at the moment.
Yeah, no, it's been an incredible holiday. Obviously, an interesting game here throughout the first half as we await to see what this call is here. I think it's a touchdown catch for Adam Thielen, 8-yard score, but we shall see what the official call is. Ultimately, the biggest takeaway from this first half so far up to this point has been the fact that Baker Mayfield has just not been on his A game. He's not even having a B game per se. He's struggling a bit so far in this one. As Carolina's defense, they're applying some pressure that is something they're not known for here so far this season, guys. That's been the biggest shock for me.
So when you mentioned Baker Mayfield's performance, the offense in general, they really just haven't been up to par after that one scoring drive where they moved the ball down the field, got a 6-minute drive going. They kind of really haven't had a chance to reestablish themselves in getting the running backs involved.
Yeah, no doubt about it. The only guy that's made a couple of plays has been Bucky Irving, but that was earlier on in this game. And since then, you're right. We've seen the Buccaneers just try to find guys such as Shepard, who had another penalty here, pre-false start penalty once again, something he struggled with all year. I know that's this guy and you're down on bodies, but man, the guy has to get that figured out at some point. He's been in the league for what, 7-8 years at this point?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been here for quite a while. By the way, it was still ruled an incompletion on the throw to Adam Thielen. So
that's
Bucs
surprising.
will catch a break. Panthers are lining up to kick a go-ahead field goal. This one's very short, 27 yards. But as we've seen, no field goal has been guaranteed for Eddie Pinheiro today in this game between the Bucs and Carolina. Chris, curious to get your thoughts about the play of Panthers quarterback Bryce Young. Is he playing well, or is it just the Bucs defense just kind of giving him these opportunities where in previous games, the Bucs have made quarterbacks, like they've made the pedestrian look good. They've made the great look out of this world. Just your thoughts on that.
I think it's a little bit of everything. I think it's the fact that that Bryce Young is playing with confidence now. You can tell that he believes in what he's got going on, and that the coaching staff there and Dave Canales and co. also, and that field goal is good. So Panthers take a 13-10 lead. Yeah, just squeak through the uprights. But yeah, I'm seeing Bryce Young. He's progressing, man. I mean, you look at the fact that they were in that game last week against Chiefs until Patrick Mahomes had that scramble down the sideline to set up the game winner. Bryce Young has played well, but again, I think this defense by the Buccaneers has been a little lackluster again. I mean, nothing really to write home about. We've seen Zion McCollum make plays, but aside from that, and Vita Vea being all over the field today, I haven't seen too much from this Buccaneer defense to try to throw Bryce Young off of his game.
And so the Buccaneers, they're getting pressure, but they're just not getting sacks. But when you kind of look at the defense as a whole, I mean, you saw it on that drive where you have a bunch of guys really playing off coverage on David Moore, Tommy Tremble. Is it a product of just Todd Bowles' defense kind of being outcoached by Dave Canales' offense?
You know, that's something I kind of thought was going to happen coming into this game, just because there is so much film on Todd Bowles and his defense. Not so much that Dave Canales is a better coach by any means over Todd Bowles, but there's a lot more film on Todd Bowles' defense than there is of Dave Canales' offense. And in addition to that, the Panthers have bounced around from quarterbacks with Andy Dalton and Bryce Young. Now, as he progresses, you're seeing them open up the playbook a little bit more. And it looks as if, I mean, they feel pretty confident opening up that playbook here against the Buccaneers. We saw the flea flicker earlier with Bryce Young. I don't think it was completed, if I'm not mistaken. If so, it didn't go for many yards. But I think that right now it looks like Dave Canales is confident, and he's in his bag here against his former head coach.
What's it going to take for this Bucs defense to get an interception? I mean, in previous weeks, they've gotten a couple of forced fumbles and recovered them, but they have not recorded an interception since their big win over the Saints several weeks ago. And then arguably the guy that was the best candidate to pick one off in Mike Edwards is now sidelined with the hamstring injury. Man, it's there's a lot of individual talent in the secondary for the Bucs, but as a unit, just haven't found a way to take the football away.
It's frustrating because it's not that these guys don't know how to catch. It just seems like these guys just can't catch right now. Yeah. And that's been the biggest frustration with the secondary, aside from them battling injuries, of course. But, the Buccaneers have to find a way to make plays. And when the ball hits them, they got to bring it in, which unfortunately is a lot of the reason why these guys aren't playing wide receiver. They were moved to the other side of the ball. So I think it comes down to pressure on the quarterback and trying to get Bryce Young to flush to his right or roll to his left, either or, and force a ball, which is something he hasn't done so far today. That is something we saw from Baker Mayfield. I hate to say it, but I'm going to say it, that sequence in which he had the incredible throw on the far sideline that was completed. Then the very next play, he pump fakes to his receiver, 2 or 3 times before deciding to throw it. It reminded me a lot of Jameis Winston, man. I hate to say it. I know Baker Mayfield's been very, very good this year. He's still better than Jameis Winston, clearly. But that sequence of events reminded me so much of the Jameis Winston era days here in Tampa Bay. And really no excuse. I mean, you got to take care of the ball there. You were marching down the field. So many gimmies, too. Missed field goal tries by Pinheiro and the Carolina Panthers. Yet the Buccaneers were unable to execute and take advantage of the misses.
And circling back to kind of the Bucs defense, when you look at it, what has been the most disappointing aspect to you? Is it the fact that the guys up front can't get Bryce Young down to the ground, the inside linebackers kind of giving up passes over the middle, or that secondary really not making plays? Because each aspect, I feel like it's been equally disappointing.
It has. And then to see a guy like Tremble, as you guys mentioned earlier in the broadcast, have a pretty good performance so far. He's got 63 yards on 3 catches. Again, another guy across the middle who's having success. Then you have the veteran Adam Thielen. I think a lot of this has to do with the pressure up front, because it's not that Carolina's trying to run the football, which is their bread and butter. I mean, you're looking at a team right now who has 35 rushing yards on 11 carries so far. They haven't even had it turn to the run game to really open up the passing game. They're just having success through the air right now. Why move away from something that is working as successfully as it is so far in the first half?
What you said before about Baker and having like a Jameis moment, that was absolutely spot on, because what got Jameis in trouble a lot, and really what got Baker in trouble a lot during his time in Cleveland and even to a degree last year with the Bucs, was playing hero ball, trying to go all or nothing on every single play, where you had the all on the throw to Kate Otten right before, But then with the interception, it's like, just throw it away, man. Like, live to fight another day. And I think sometimes Baker struggles with that. So just moving forward, second half, what do you want to see from Tampa Bay, specifically on the offensive side of the football, to hopefully regain the lead and take advantage of the Falcons losing earlier today and keep within the playoff race?
Yeah, no doubt about it. And you look at the ground game, Bucky Irving did have success early, and Rashad White there with him. The guys have a combined 63 yards on 14 carries. I want to see the Buccaneers try to get that ground game going. Don't panic yet and just try to get into an aerial attack here with this Carolina Panthers team. That's not necessary coming out in the second half. But I think if you can get that ground game going early in the second half, open up the passing attack. I would love to see, Shepard play well, and he can, but I want to see more Cade Otton here in the second half. And more importantly, get the ball to the biggest playmaker on the field right now, and that's Mike Evans. Throw him the ball, get him involved early. It's something that we've talked about on the drive with T-Crez throughout the weekdays. If you don't get him the ball early, I don't want to say that he checks out, but it's just like Mike Evans just isn't quite the same caliber receiver if he's not involved in the game plan early and often. Unfortunately, he was in the first half. Will he be used so properly in the second half? That's something that'll dictate the outcome of this football game.
Yeah, you make a great point on Mike Evans, because if you don't get him the ball early, then it's almost like you're kind of force feeding him and trying to put him into the offense. But you mentioned Cade Otton. He's gone from having the best 4-game stretch of his career to kind of being an afterthought again. But when you look at the defense, I kind of wanted to ask you. So Bryce Young is 15 of 26. Like, he's really gotten into a rhythm, moving the ball really well. How do the Bucs really try to disrupt that rhythm and get him out of it?
I think it comes down to pass pressure, trying to apply some pressure on him, making him feel uncomfortable back there, because he does look very comfortable aside from the low hit from Yaya Diaby, which was frustrating. It was really unnecessary to hit low, but he did. Again, another thing that just kind of seems undisciplined, which has kind of been a trend as of late for the Buccaneers during their losing skid. I know they got out of it as of late, but this Buccaneer team, they got to find a way to disrupt him. It's not like Bryce Young is some top 5 quarterback in the NFL. I mean, this guy, he was benched earlier in the year for the Red Rifle, Andy Dalton. Now he looks good, and you're making him look great, man. It's just so frustrating to see this. And the only way, in my opinion, that you can get him out of this stretch and, try to disrupt this game is to apply the pressure, which is something the Buccaneers have not had much success on. And when they do, they get a penalty, such as the Yaya Diaby low hit that we saw earlier and late in that second quarter, which, again, was a freebie for that Carolina Panthers offense.
That it was, and we'll see if Tampa Bay can turn it around in the second half. Chris, you've been very generous with your time. Of course, you can find Chris. He's producer of The Drive with T-Crez. Speaking of T-Crez, the Overtime Show is coming up on 95.3 WDAE and 6:20 a.m. Immediately after the Bucs versus Panthers game. And, of course, check out Wise and Mathis on Saturday mornings as well. Chris, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Chris.
Please let everybody know where they can find you on social media as well.
Yeah, I appreciate you, Adam. Appreciate you guys for having me on, Matt, as well. And big time shout out to you guys over at Pewter Report and all the great work that you guys do at the Chris Mathis, THE Chris Mathis on all social medias.
Great. Thank you very much, sir. And we will talk to you again soon.
Let's do it.
Talk to you later.
And before we get into some super chats, you know what? Let's just get to the super chats now. You guys have been kind enough. Let's start with Bucs Basement. Thank you for the $2 super chat. Says Bowles Pewter defense on display. Get him out. I understand everybody's frustration and concern. It's just not going to happen this year. It's not going to happen until the Bucs are completely out of the playoff race, or obviously if they're in the playoff race, nothing is going to happen. But the Panthers losing today gives more of a reason why Todd Bowles the Falcons losing today is more of a reason why Todd Bowles won't get fired. Geist85 with a $2 super chat. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Says Bowles has no emotion, so his players don't also. Bowles has defended this before. I mean, everyone saw the video where he's like, it's exciting, and all that stuff.
It was a one-time
thing. He does
thing.
it because there's a lot of panicking and stuff during a season, high level of emotion. So he kind of likes to stay consistent the whole time and not freak out too much about anything and let his own guys panic. So that's why he does that. I understand the concern because you see guys like Dan Campbell, who's extremely fired up at every single moment but that's kind of how he views it. And then Revfish, thank you for the $4.99 super
Thank you,
chat.
Revfish.
Says you leave a slot receiver uncovered for 18, underplay 10 yards off, no pressure. Imagine if we didn't have a defensive genius. Love invisible improvement. Yeah, I mean, again, we saw it with the 49ers. We saw it on that last drive with Carolina. It's like, that they have to get out of bounds. They don't have a timeout, and yet they don't defend the boundary. It just doesn't make sense to me.
So when you kind of look at the defense, Matt, with guys like, Jordan Whitehead gets injured, Mike Edwards gets injured, Joe Tryon-Shoyinka isn't playing in this game. So you're kind of lacking like that player personnel. Would you say that's maybe the reason for like these schematic flaws? Or, I mean, really it's been on display all season, but there's been injuries all season. So like, how much blame do you put on Bowles as opposed to like the personnel he's working with?
I put a lot of blame on Bowles because you got to know the talent that you have. And sure, the Bucs have had some injuries, but so has every team across the league. And right now we're talking about Whitehead and Mike Edwards, who was on the team, starting from the bye week. It's not like, I know he's been here before, but it's not like this season he's been on the team forever. Like at some point, you got to know what your players can and can't do. When you're asking a lot of your players to do stuff that they're just not good at, well, then that's on the coaches.
Yeah,
KNet says if the same scheme, regardless of players in the game. Yeah, I know. Brandon O'Neill says, how many picks does Dean have in his career? LOL. 2? LOL.
What is it, 7?
He hasn't got one in a
like
while.
7 seasons?
Something like that.
Not a playmaker.
Swaggy P says, we always want to fire coaches when the players are just as much to blame. I mean, I think offensively, that's part of the reason. And not that people are asking for Liam Cohen to be fired. That would be insane. But Baker had a stupid interception at the end of the half. What do you want Todd Bowles to do?
Right. The offense really hasn't done much to support the defense either. So it's both sides of the coin.
Kenny Snat says, every damn week, every receiver in the other team has 5 to 10 yards widest open. Yeah, that's very true. And Hezo813 says, I understand Bucs defense. Thank you. Had injuries, but structurally, they do not look very good. It's like all decent offensive coordinators and QBs have answers for the Bucs defense. And that was a big thing, right? It was, what type of defense do the Bucs have? Was it an anomaly against the Giants because they have the worst offense in the league? Or would they regress back to what they've been all season long? I think we're getting our answers so far during this game.
Yeah, and outside of the Giants game, I mean, there's been so many bad performances by the Bucs defense. The other one, you have to go all the way back to like week 2 against the Lions where they really played well, but it's been a lot more downs than ups when you look at the unit. And that's, again, like you said, more reflective on the coaches that are in place, really just not getting guys ready to execute. And communication, it can only be an issue for so long. We're at the point in the season where these guys just need to go out there and they need to be in rhythm. And it does look out of structure.
Like, we're literally in the month of December. All right.
Yeah.
We can't have communication as still an issue. You're several months into it. Should be close to getting out of halftime. I have sped up my TV, so we'll be more up to date for the second half.
From Richard Taroka, the NFL has caught up to Bulls Bucs defense, and then Shaggy mentioned the same thing. And it's kind of similar to like Bruce Arians and kind of Byron Leftwich with the offense that they ran kind of getting antiquated. You're starting to see that with Bulls defense every week. These are just deep-rooted problems.
Yeah, opponents have figured out the answers to the test. And it doesn't mean that Bowles... Oh, the Rams took the lead against the Saints. Nice. It doesn't mean that Bowles can't rearrange things, but you have to try out some other stuff. It's really all it comes down to.
Can't be afraid of change.
No. It's adapt or die, as they say. All right, looks like we're about to kick off the third quarter. The Bucs trail 13-10. Adam, you're going to be writing. Are you writing most impressive or most disappointing?
Most disappointing. I have some work to do on that one.
Yes, you do. So we'll let you get at it. Thank you for joining me for the second quarter and this halftime. And check out Adam's work on Pewter Report. It'll be up pretty soon. So thank you very much, Adam.
Yep. Thanks, Matt. See you guys.
All right. Talk to you later. Thanks to Adam for joining us. I'm going to mix things up a little bit because I had the walk-ons logo in the first half. Bucs have not played that well. Ooh, looks like Bucky Irving is a little shaken up. That's not good. We're going to move to the PR logo for the second half, see if that helps the Bucs get back into it. By the way, Chris Myers calling the game. He does the Bucs preseason games. And Mark Schlereth on the call as well, the color commentator. Good to see him. Yeah, it's not good if Bucky Irving's injured. Does mean a lot more Sean Tucker. Yeah, Bucky looked hobbled. It's unfortunate. Isaiah J says, in parentheses, Zai, LOL, of course everyone is getting injured. Anyway, that means some Sean Tucker. Not a liberal says FML, Bucky is hurt. Tucker time, says Nicola Legistina. We'll see. And Rakim Jarrett returns the kickoff, gets to the 30. Rashad White will come on for the Bucs. Okay, what adjustments did the Bucs make for the second half? They start with some play action. Baker rolls out, throws down the field. It is caught by Mike Evans. Is that Mike's fourth or fifth catch today? I will just look it up. That is Mike's fourth catch. Yeah, 4 for 57 for Mike. Now they run it with Rashad White. He gets about 4 yards. I like to see some momentum for the Bucs. Bucky's on the sideline. We'll see how much he's used. Will they go to Sean Tucker? Second and 6 for Tampa Bay. No Evans on this one. You got Palmer and McMillan. Ah, boy. Yeah, Bucky is questionable with a hip. Penalty on Cade Otton. All right, let's see. Second and should be 11. No, second and 6. No, second and 11, yeah. The graphic fooled me for a second. Swing pass to Rashad White. Can't get much. So make it a 3rd and 9. Bucs have not been good in these longer situations. Oh for 5 on 3rd down conversions of 10 or more. Baker throws, nearly picked. Ugh. Just not a good game from Baker Mayfield. Listen, Baker's been good this season, but between this one and The San Fran game is not the Baker that Bucs fans need to see today. Gill gets the punt away. Josh Hayes misses a tackle. The long snapper misses a tackle. Vi Jones eventually gets it. Stan Glasson says, punter got tackled, no call. I actually didn't see that. Callie Bucks says, these dudes still in a food coma. Christopher Oxentine says, yeah, we got terrible Baker today. He hasn't been good. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Nicole Logistina says Baker's having to play hero ball. His team is ass, not his fault. I don't agree with that. They've ran the ball really well. Baker just had to throw that ball away on the interception. Like, it was a first down, I think. Just throw it away. Brian Duncan asks, Matt, who do you think, or what do you think is the reason for Baker's inaccurate play? Disrupted timing, happy feet. He's been on the run a little bit today, but nothing out of the ordinary. He's just made poor throws. He's just been inaccurate. Isaiah J, parentheses, I says, LL, I hope we lose, kind of. We can't get doing this average play because of an average coach. So that is something. I mean, I obviously don't want the Bucs to lose, but I have thought of, like, let's say the Bucs get in with the 9-8 record. Do you want that kind of averageness of a team moving forward? I don't necessarily think so. Thanks to Virgin Boy, the $1.99 super chat says, why do they even have McMillan in the game? I mean, they drafted him in the 3rd round. He was supposed to be a big-time contributor to the team. He's 2nd or 3rd on their depth chart, depending on who's available. Every game, he makes one catch. He hasn't even had a catch today. As the Panthers start their next drive, Bryce Young goes play action. It's a wide open get. Dean eventually makes the tackle. There's a penalty on the play. Sorry, sending out a tweet, folks. Second one for Carolina. Bucs guy says Dean got burned and a flag. Haha. Young throws the ball away on 2nd and 1. TJ34 says, I shoulda Took my $227 cash out before this game started. I blew it. Another penalty? I'm done with these refs, yo. Done with these refs. Let them play. Let them play. Yeah, Bucs still don't have a sack today. Let's see. Bucs send a blitz. Levante David throwing over the middle. Caught. No answers for the Bucs. Nothing. Callie Puck says they are playing like they don't even care. George Snyderman says this game is torture. It is pretty rough, I'm not going to lie. I'm not enjoying the play by the Bucs. I'm enjoying everybody's company here. We have over 1,100 people watching on social media, so thank you so much. Young throws to the outside. Moore can't get his head around or his whole body around. Isian was on the coverage there. And Sullivan, who was the intended target, shaken up on the play. Third and 7. Oh man, the Bucs get bailed out like with the drop. Another guy wide open. Daniel Fleck says Canals is going to sweep the Bucs this year. He knows bowls in and out and knows how the exotic he can be. Hey, at least the Bucs got the stop. All right, they have a chance to take the lead on this drive. Brandon Stevens wants to know: have the Panthers punted today? Missed field goals? No, they had a couple of punts early in the game because Hecker has shanked a couple. Guys85 says, regardless, Bowles is getting fired. We know this now. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. Like at this point, if they don't win 10 games, do you want Todd Bowles back when you have Liam Cohen right there? Like nothing about the defense is like nothing about the defense screams like, oh my God, you need to have Todd Bowles back. Nicola says, Mike Edwards out. Oh my God, we need to invest in our rehab centers. Jeez. Joe Miliziano, keeping positive, says, come on, Bucs, let's get this back on track. Jordan Snyderman brings up a good point. You don't want Bowles back at all if apparently it takes years in his system to know his defense. VS83 says a blown hamstring comes with a Bucs contract. Refish says, y'all as bad as we've played, we have the ball with a chance to take the lead. Mia San Mia says, when you start the season with guys being injured, it's a bad sign. Isaiah says, they playing sloppy, don't know if we can come back. Jeff the Champ, welcome. Says, late to the party, what I miss? Well, the Bucs are running the ball well on offense, but that's about it. Baker Mayfield's having one of his worst games of the season. Had an interception right before halftime when the Bucs were trying to take the lead. Defensively, receivers are wide open. Bucs secondary not coming close to getting any stops. The defense doesn't have any sacks in the game, but they benefited from some missed field goals by Carolina, so that's why they only trail 13-10. I think that pretty much has covered it up. Ryan Giles, a Pewter Report YouTube channel member, thank you very much. As Bucky Irving's in the game, and he makes a player miss. Ryan says, as much as I hate it, you may have to bring back the Penguin accent, brother. Yeah, Bucky Irving had a hip injury. It seemed like he was Hoyt before. He was limping all over the place. I had fun doing that. But yeah, I'm here for you, the people. So if you want the Penguin accent, then sure. Shaq says, Baker playing like he did as a Panther. Jeff the Champ. So business as usual? LOL, thanks. A little bit. All right, 8:55 to go. 2nd and 4 for Tampa Bay. They fake the handoff. Baker over the middle. Caught by Mike Evans. Ooh, took a shot to the shoulder, but he gets back up. That's 5 catches on the game for Mike Evans. So his over-under 4.5 receptions will go over. And the Rams took a 14-6 lead over the Saints. So we like seeing the Saints lose, right? Let's see if the Bucs can take a lead on this drive. Come on. New set of downs. McMillan goes in motion. They're going to hand it off to Bucky, who fumbles the ball, picks it up, somehow gets through the initial line, and ends up getting 4 or 5 yards. Nicola Legistina says, good, keep running. Mia San Mia says, shout out to Mike. Nicola Legistina says, McMillan confused again? Oh, Baker steps out of trouble. Oh, can't get past the defender. It'll be another sack. Johnny says, come on, Bucs. Richard Soroka says, bad exchange for 2nd game in a row. Yeah, more sloppiness from the Bucs. So 3rd and 8. Certainly the Bucs can overcome this. 4 seconds on the play clock. Panthers send a blitz. Baker steps up. Oh, how's that not a face mask? Oh, Baker grabbed his knee. Oh, no. Uh-oh. Oh, Baker's in a lot of pain. That could be the season. Uh-oh. Hold your breath, Bucs fans. Panthers sent the house. Baker got bent back. Jewell with his second sack of the game. Oh, man. Baker's still down on the ground. This is not good, folks. I was thinking, yeah, Richard Taroka says hands to the face. Virgin Boy says, where's the face mask? Yeah, I don't know how there wasn't a face mask. Chase Keenan. Looks a lot like, who's that quarterback? Chase Keenum? That should have been roughing. Called it for less earlier on Bryce. I agree with that. Well, I thought he got hit in the face mask early on. Natural bodybuilding over 50 says should be roughing. Nicholas Pacelli says if they're gonna call on Diaby on that and not this. So I'm not 1,000,000% sure because again, when I have the game on, I don't have the volume on, obviously, because I'm talking to you, the brilliant Pewter people. I'm gonna guess that they called the penalty on Diaby because it was at the ankles and like you can't dive at the feet and everything based on the Tom Brady injury from years ago. Yeah, I don't know. I think the O-line has been okay today. I wouldn't say that it's taken a step back. But yeah, it is going to be Trask time, as Josh Wee said. I mean, we'll see. Baker is a tough son of a gun. We'll see what he can do. Man. It does kind of seem like the season's done if Baker Mayfield's out for a while. But who knows? Maybe Kyle Trask comes in and crazy stuff happens. Again, they're only down 3 points. It's not an insurmountable lead. Diesel Roche says, Baker back there with happy feet, man. AJ, who was on the show while in class recently on an episode, says, already had Ohio State lose to Michigan, can't take a loss to the Panthers. Yeah, sorry, AJ. That'd be a rough week for you. Now, I parlayed Michigan money line when it was tied at 10 with Syracuse beating Miami, so I had a great payday. But damn. Yeah, Johnny says we just can't get past injuries this season. Yeah, that's been the case all across. Yeah, Bucs will have to punt it away. We'll see. I mean, hopefully the Bucs defense can get off the field quickly. Gill gets a good bounce. That will go to about the 13. There's a late flag. How the hell was there a flag that late? Paul, a.k.a. OG Baker Bro, a Pewter Report YouTube channel member, as Kyle Trask does take snaps on the side, says, on a happier note, Matty Diamond's calling Steelers and Seahawks, put $250 in my wallet. Hell yeah, Paul, a.k.a. OG Baker Bro. I went 7-0 with my picks between college football and the 3 NFL games. Now, I also had Bucs -6, and I had Bucs team total over. That's not looking great. But I also had Mike Evans touchdown, which hit. I had Bryce Young over 202.5 passing yards. That looks like it's going to hit if it hasn't already. Has it? Oh, Bryce Young did hit. So that hit. Mike Evans touchdown hit. Mike Evans receptions hit. He's at 5 for 69. Of course, Bucs got a face mask penalty. Bucky Irving is at 11 rushing attempts. I had Bucky at over 12.5 attempts. The injury may change that. And then I had Rachaad White under on the rushing yards. He's at 35. I think it was 39.5. So that's not going to hit, but pretty much everything else is hit. Man. Bucs guy says Bucs -6. Yeah, Mike Breedfield says another flag. Stepped right on that boy's ankle, says Joshua Porter. Joe Miliziano says defense has to step up. Baker's ankle, RIP. Bucs guy says, let's see what Trask has. Now, hopefully Trask can come in with a chance to win the game. Like, the Bucs defense eventually at some point has to get a stop, as they do get a stop on 2nd and 4. DJ34 says, Diamond, should I take this cash out? It's getting worse and worse with Baker hurt. I don't know, LOL. Is the last thing that needs to hit Bucs -6? Because if that's the case, I would cash out. I think even if the Bucs win at this point, they may not cover -6. That'd be my advice. Yurek Mazzino says, man, this game has been a disaster. All right, 3rd and 4. Anthony Nelson just gets to Bryce Young. The pass is incomplete anyway. Christian Izzy with the stop. The Bucs get a much-needed 3-and-out by the defense. And Kyle Trask is going to be coming into the game. Hold on to your hats, folks. All right. No punt return. Bucs will start over the 30. And Kyle Trask. It's Trask time, folks. All the arguments people have had year in and year out about Kyle Trask. Now's your time, folks. DP Buck 32 says, Trask, here's your chance. AJ Consis says, Traskaholics, where are you? Here comes Trask. Yep, it's going to be Kyle Trask. Scotty J says Trask deserves a good game. Maybe he's riding off the high of the Florida Gators, beating Florida State yesterday. Tom says Trask boys have been waiting years. Nicola says, all right, Kyle, I want to see some good handoffs, son. Josh Weiss, thanks for the $1.99 super chat. Trask time. Trask time. Oh, man. I can't wait to see this. Man, oh, man. It's crazy. Josh says he's nervous. That's a fun one. Paul, aka OG Baker Bro, says Traskaholics unite. Furu Koaf says I'm not ready for this. I mean, you can't just take it out of Kyle Trask's hands and just continue to run the ball. Now I know Bucky Irving's hurt. He's 813 says Trask could shine. Isn't it kind of funny, like against Dave Canales, that you get to see both quarterbacks? Panthers didn't game plan for him. Never. Baker and Kyle Trask did have a QB competition last year. Billy Kendall says, just did some smelling salts. LFG. Man, I'm excited. I mean, let's see what Kyle Trask can do. I have a little confidence, but everything else has gone wrong. Like, how much worse can it get? Trask time. MJRVI says Brady's son is coming in. That is funny. And Bucky Irving's in the game as well. And they're going to run it with Bucky. Gets about 4 yards. And Baker's lurking on the sidelines. Not in at the moment. Oh, boy. Joe M says, what is the record for most starter injuries in a game? I don't know. That's a good question. The Bucs may have the record. Oh, my God. Kyle Trask is going to throw it. 2nd and 6. Empty backfield. Trask in shotgun. Gets the ball. Throws it to Bucky Irving, who heads up the field and gets about a yard short. And Baker Mayfield is back in. So perfect. 1 pass attempt, 1 completion for Kyle Trask. Well done. Baker's in. So is Rachaad White. They go play action. Baker going down the field. It's intercepted. Oh, boy. It's intercepted. Woods with the pick. Oh, man. That's a rough one. Oh, that hurts. Nicola says that was ironic as F. Ooh. 3rd and 1. And now Parks a big run. Jeff the Champ says, why the F? Why the F did he throw that? I'm wondering the same thing. Paul Baker Bros says, why is it clicking? There we go. Says, this is a cruel joke. Jeez. Isaiah J. Zai says, LOL, this is what we need. Fire average coach, please. Whew. Jameis Mayfield. 2nd and 1. Brooks makes the catch. Levante with a great tackle. That may force a 3rd and 1. Yikes. Baker, I imagine, has to be absolutely livid. Baby boy, dude, 2 demands says Baker's pressing. Yeah, I'd agree. Oh, Will Golston! You were right there. Will Golston just misses a sack on 3rd down. Tom says, I don't know what it is, but Baker versus Carolina sucks. Yeah, good point as well by Stan Glassman, who says 3 and 1, 3rd and 1. Let's see if they throw a risky pass. No. Oh, never mind. You're talking probably about Carolina. All right, 1st and goal. Panthers trying to take a 20-10 lead. They're going to run it with Brooks, who goes right up the middle. This is a game the Bucs had to have. Had to have. Just getting nothing. 2nd and goal. 1 second on the play clock. They're going to run it with Brooks. Nice job. And it's a crucial drive. Redfish says, huge play. Big boy to the man says, Baker put on his cape backwards today. All right, 3rd and goal. Can the Bucs get the stop? Young rolls out to the right side, looking for someone, throws. It's caught, but out of bounds, Leggett. So that will force the field goal. Big stop by the Bucs defense. Three defenders in the area. They still somehow make the catch. Even Pinheiro could miss this one. Nope, right down the middle. Panthers take the lead. Well, sorry, they already had the lead. They extend their lead to 16-10. Nicola says, Panthers don't need a touchdown. Canales knows we cannot score. Yeah, you know, for all the criticisms we had about the defense, they've only allowed the 1 touchdown. Like, are you really going to be furious that the Bucs defense has allowed 16 points? I don't necessarily think so. DP Fuck 32 says just run the ball. I agree. If the Bucs didn't throw another pass this game, I think I'd be fine with this. Rakim Jarrett going to return this one. Not even really getting up to full speed. Gets past 3rd. Run the damn ball. Let's get a stat update for everybody. All right, Baker Mayfield's 10 of 21 for 121 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. He has a quarterback rating of 42.1. He's also been sacked 3 times. Kyle Trask, 1 attempt, 1 completion for 5 yards. Bucky Irving gets his 13th rushing attempt of the game, so his over on attempts will hit. Bucky was 12 of 47 right before that run, so now he'll be 13 for about 51, 52. Rashad White, 6 for 35. Baker, no rushing yards. He typically gets a couple. Mike Evans, 5 catches for 70 yards. He's been the whole passing game. Sterling Shepard, 1 for 21. Bucky Irving, 2 for 21. Kate Otten, 2 for 12. Rashad White, a very low 1 for 2. Defensively, Levante David leads the way, 7 tackles, followed by Antoine Winfield Jr. at 6 tackles. The Bucs do not have a sack. They only have 1 tackle for loss. That came from Yaya Diaby. They don't even have a pass breakup. They do have 7 quarterback hits. Between Yaya Diaby has 2, so does Anthony Nelson in that category. On the other side of things, Bryce Young's 19 of 35 for 218 yards. Chuba Hubbard, 9 rushes for 34 yards. Jonathan Brooks, 6 for 18. Young, 2 for 12, including that rushing touchdown. Tommy Tremble leading the way in receiving yards at 63 off of 3 attempts. Xavier Legette, 4 for 53. Adam Thielen, 5 for 49. So Panthers making the most of what they have at the moment. Let's move that to the fourth quarter because that's what it is now. And put your fours up, folks. Game's not over. Bucs still have a chance. Not a great chance, but a chance. It's a one-possession game. Let's see the team stats if I can get this. The Bucs have, where do I see that? Kawab asking, how many penalties do we have? The Bucs have 6 penalties for 54 yards. Feels like there's been a lot more. Wouldn't mind a couple more throws to Mike Evans. Help my fantasy team out a little bit. Joshua Porter says, LOL, Matt, you still believe today? LMAO. Yeah, you know why? Because this offense deserves the benefit of the doubt. They've been putting up points all season long. I'm not going to let a little bad stretch kind of ruin it. And what do we know about Baker Mayfield? He's tough. He's gritty. It's not always the most beautiful aspect of the game, but Baker wants to win as much as everyone else. And sometimes being gritty is getting the job done, even when things haven't gone your way. So 2nd and 6, maybe Baker comes up in the clutch. 12 seconds to go on the play clock. Looks like Baker adjusted something. It's going to be a pitch to Bucky Irving, who has room and gets the first down. Tyrus Wheeler says, just win, baby. Yeah, that's all. As Paul A.J., a.k.a. OG Baker Bros, says the same thing. Just win. So winning cures a lot. It heals a lot. First and 10, Bucs trying to get to midfield. They're at the 40, at the 41, actually. Another run with Bucky. And the Bucs have shown they're fully committing to Bucky. Keep running it. By the way, the Rams lead over the Saints 21-14 with 4:49 to go in the fourth. Eagles have a 14-12 lead over the Ravens with they are about to start the fourth quarter. 2nd and 5 for Tampa Bay. Rachaad White's back in the game. Oh, a little end around to Bucky. It was the pony package. And that's a first down. I thought there was a block in the back. No call, no call, no call. Okay. I thought they were going to get Kate Otten for a legal block in the back. Nope. Okay. Sounds good. Shout out the pony package. Bucky doing a little bit of everything once again. 1st and 10 for the Bucs. They go play action. Dump off to Bucky. He's got plenty of room, about 8 yards, and he gets the full first down. I like it. I like it. A lot of running, then you go play action, and then a safe throw. Some people asking about screen passes. They have the design screen to Cade Otton. He dropped it. It was 3rd and long anyway. Outside of that, a couple swing passes, but not your, typical screen. Bucs are in field goal range, but they're obviously looking for a tutty and not 3. McMillan goes in motion. They go play action. Baker back to McMillan. That's his first catch of the game. Immediately goes down. But hey, it's going forward. Second and 7 for Tampa Bay. For fourth quarter just started, so plenty of time. Baker's in shotgun. He's got Bucky to his left. They're going to hand it off to Bucky. I like this. Bucky has the room. He spins, gets a first down, and a little more. Loving it. Keep running the football. Hell yeah. Great game for Bucky Irving. Just keep running it. Get creative. Whatever you want to do, just keep running it. Short passes. Keep it simple. Another run with Bucky. Another 4 or 5 yards. Keep running it. Bucky Irving, 5.9 yards per touch entering this game. Bucky will take a breather. That means likely Rachaad White. Yep. Yeah, they have not used Sean Tucker at all, so clearly not happy about that fumble. Bucs go play action. It's a screen to Cade Otton. Ends up getting a yard or two. What do you do here? Third and medium. Bucs have not thrown it well today. Do you run it on third down, knowing the issues Bucs have had today? Quick shot at Liam Cohen. 3rd and 6. I wouldn't mind a little swing pass to Rachaad White. Baker making some calls. Oh, they go screen to Sterling Shepard. He gets the first down and gets to the 5. Woo! That's also true. They did run a screen to Sterling Shepard earlier in the game. All right, Bucs are going to have 1st and goal. They're in business. Man. Big time call. Whew. Gets the Bucs a first down. They have a chance to take the lead, folks. Bucky's back in the game. Baker under center. O'Keefe goes in motion. They're going to run it with Bucky, who gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Bucky Irving finds pay dirt, and it's a tie ball game. Like to see. That is what we like to see. And I got to do my obligatory Bucky Irving touchdown tweet. The extra point is good. Bucs take the lead. Bucs have the lead, folks. Brilliant. What a game for Bucky Irving. The Bucs, I mean, it's not even armchair quarterbacking because we've been saying this from the beginning of the game. Just keep running it. Just keep running it. As Tanner James Goff says, keep pounding Bucky. Yeah. I mean, that's what's worked. Well done. See, Bucs fans, maybe it'll be okay. You got the running game going. Hopefully the Bucs defense can get another stop. Black Crow Volume 2 says pound the rock. Lord Jimbo 2 says that screen on third down was perfect. Absolutely perfect. Michael says, and next drive call, we'll call deep shots and we lose. Raffle. Johnny says, let's go take the ball away, defense. Now that is a heck of an idea. It looks like the Saints-Rams game is coming down to the wire. Man, this would be such a big win for the Bucs. Professor X calling a Zion McCollum interception coming up. Because remember, the Bucs, they can win. They'll be tied with the Falcons. They'll be a game behind in terms of the tiebreaker, but they'll have the same 6-6 record as the Falcons, with the Bucs playing the Raiders, who look okay against the Chiefs, but that's what the Chiefs have done this season. And you have the Falcons, I believe, playing the Vikings next game. Obviously, an emotional one for Kirk Cousins, the team that he previously played for after Washington. Yeah, let's get a change of pace, something like that. A nice 69-yard drive by the Bucs. And the Bucs could still cover, technically, if they get another touchdown. I would love Bucs 3 and out, touchdown drive to ice the game, late pick 6. Bucs get team total over. The over in the game, I think, would hit. Bucs cover the spread, and everyone's parlays hit. Pick 6 would be nice. And then get 100 yards from Mike Evans. How about that? Mike's at 70, so he just needs another big play. Yeah, they've really ridden Bucky today. 19 rushing attempts, 88 yards. Elijah Cansey immediately gets to Bryce Young, and that's a sack. That is the sack we've been looking for all game. Elijah Cansey is a beast. He gets after Bryce Young. That's a very important sack on first down. Gigantic sack by Elijah Cansey. Makes it 2nd and 19. Bucs got to get off the field. Don't allow a decent play on 2nd and 19. Adam Thielen makes the catch. All right, that's a short gain. Don't hate that. Don't hate that. 8 minutes to go. Bucs can get a quick 3 and out. That would be nice, as John Gruden says. Six sacks on the year for Elijah Cansey. Let's remember, he missed the first month. Didn't come back until the Saints game. Got me feeling nicey. All right, 3rd and 10. Anthony Nelson's right in front of Young. The throw is knocked away. Great pass breakup by Zion McCollum. Well done. And the Bucs get a 3 and out. Bucs coming up in crunch time. Yeah, they did a little stunt. The Fox broadcasters are pointing out as well. Nice hit by Anthony Nelson. That's exactly what Tampa Bay needed. Nicely done by Zion McCollum. Trey Palmer calls for a fair catch, makes it. And yeah, it seems like Trey Palmer was able to draw a pass interference penalty. Or not a pass interference, a like fair catch interference penalty. What the heck is going on? Ref show. No foul? All right, whatever. Just quit wasting our time. And excellence by the Bucs defense. West drive. The ball. All right, how we feeling, Bucs fans? Can the Bucs salt this one away? Shout out to Professor X, who says, Matty Matt, thanks to you and Pewter Report, because since I moved to Ohio 2 years ago, I can't watch the games here. So thank y'all. Super Bowl troll on duty for other trolls. Bucs for life. Well, appreciate the very kind words. Glad we could bring some fun for you and a different way to consume Bucs football. And yeah, thank you so much. Hope you're enjoying this one. Yeah, I just want to see a Bucs touchdown so it can at least be a 2-score game. Though, as AJ Constas says, yes, sir, Professor, Ohio represents. Black Crow Volume 2 says, pound the rock. I agree. All right, 1st and 10, 7:18 to go. Bucky Irving is still in the game. And they run it with Bucky Irving. And Bucky gets about 5 or 6 yards, exactly what you want to see. Yep, a 5-yard gain on 1st down. I just want to see runs. I want to see play actions with short passes. Runs and play actions with short passes. Oh, could get a 100-yard game from Bucky. Yeah, there's a hole. Oh, man. Bucky went to the right. I feel like if he went straight, he gets the 1st down. I mean, beggars can't be choosers. Will be a 3rd and short. Screw it. Run it again. 3rd and 3. Run it again. No, I guess they're not. Nobody's in the backfield besides Baker Mayfield. Baker with a slant. It's caught by Mike Evans. Of course, very reliable. It's Mike Evans. That's a 1st down, Tampa Bay. By the way, Rams officially defeated the Saints. 3rd and Mike, says Richard Taroka. And now the Bucs going back to Bucky. Again, another 5-yard gain. How do you not love this? Yep, that's 78 yards for Mike. Could use about 22 more. Second and 6, 4:45 to go in the game. They're sticking with Bucky. He's got a first down and more. Bucky Irving hits the brakes. Still going. Bucky's down to the 10. He's well over 100 rushing yards in the game. Woo-hoo-hoo! Bucky Irving is a bad, bad man. And I mean that in every positive way. Bucky Irving might be your player of the game. Actually, what do I say? He is your player of the game. Man, he just hits the hole. He makes people miss. It's incredible. Nucky if you Bucky. They're going to run it again with Bucky Irving. He makes a couple people miss and gets down inside the 5. Bucky, Bucky, Bucky. They're taking him out. But, man, again, how do you not love this from Bucky Irving? He's not going to win Rookie of the Year because of the quarterbacks. But, man, I mean, he's going to be on the all-rookie team. Tanner James Goff says, Bucky has my Rookie of the Year vote. He's balling. All right, now Rashad White is in the game. See if Shad can close it out. Maybe another touchdown to Mike Evans. That'd be nice. Nope, Bucs do the smart thing. They run it with Rashad White, who gets about 4 yards. Is it time to put in Vita Vea? And they wouldn't run it with him here, not in a close game. Yeah, Bucky Irving has 148 rushing yards. Incredible. And the Panthers call a timeout. Wow. The Bucs will have a 3rd and 1. Bucky hip game. Redfish says QB sneak here. I know Baker's got the bum ankle, but I would. Let's see what Tampa Bay does. Because, yes, it's 3rd and 1, but it seemed a lot more like 3rd and inches. Yeah, I'd QB sneak it. Rashad White is in the game. Co-keeped as well. So 3 tight ends going with their jumbo package. Mike Evans alone to the right side. Single coverage. They will run it with Rashad. Oh, no. That was worst case scenario. He loses several yards on it. So now you have to kick the field goal. Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, you gotta. Yeah. Listen, we can't armchair quarterback it. That hurts on several ways. The Bucs could have gone up 7, which would have let them cover the -6 spread. Hurts with the team total over. So Chase McLaughlin will attempt a 26-yard field goal. That field goal is good. Bucs extend their lead to 20-16. Would have loved it to be a touchdown. Hopefully, 3rd and 1 doesn't come back to hurt them. If you want to know why Bucky wasn't on the field, I mean, he had run several plays in a row. You're not going to put in Sean Tucker when he hasn't played the whole game. Not in that situation. Yeah, I agree with you. He's 8-3. That wasn't Rachaad White's fault. Remember, Carolina only has 1 timeout left. They do have 3 minutes in the 2-minute warning. Yeah, Diesel Roche says, y'all clearly didn't see the play if you're blaming Shad. Oh. We have a penalty on the kickoff. Some type of special teams penalty. Oh, it didn't land in the oh boy. Didn't land in the area it needed to. Yeah, it's got to be within the 20. What a horrible game for Trenton Gill. Potentially his last as a Buck. It's 3:05. Carolina's got it at the 40. Kalijah Cansey lines up on the edge along with Anthony Nelson. Nice tackle by Christian Izzy, and he read that play like a book. All the Bucs have to do is not allow a touchdown, and they will win the football game. Second and 10, 2:35 to go. Young finds Sullivan. No, Moore, sorry. Makes it a 3rd and 3. Will they get a play off before the 2-minute warning? Five seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Nope. That's probably good for the Bucs, I would say. Yeah, Bucs have all 3 timeouts. Shaggy says, hashtag bring back Camarda. Nicole says, remember when Camarda hit the Jumbotron in Dallas? I almost bought his jersey. That's funny. Oh, while we're at a commercial, let's play our own commercial. Never mind. We don't have that video. Never mind. We're good. But shout out to our friends over at Walk-Ons. Check out all of their locations. One in Lakeland, one in Wesley Chapel, another in Midtown. Go to all their happy hour deals. You see on the screen a lot of different drink prices, of course, a lot of appetizers as well that are fantastic. And next weekend, their game day specials. Saturdays and Sundays, pints of $4.49 and 22 ounce of $5.99. Michelob Ultra, Bud Light, and Budweiser. We love walk-ons. Tons of great locations, so check them out sooner rather than later. Joe M says, being a Buck fan, the stress comes at no extra charge. Castro says, stress is crazy right now. Mia San Mia with a very nice comment says, all joking aside, great show today, Matt. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thanks to Adam Slavon for joining as well. And thanks to Chris Mathis, who came on the show. Red Fish says, keep them in bounds, and they have 9 plays. Just had a commercial for Boise State and UNLV. Conference championship game should be a lot of fun. What is it? Georgia, Texas. That rematch will be great. Penn State, Oregon. I don't know what the heck to think of that one. I don't even know who's in the ACC championship game. Big Ten should be fun as well. Oh! Bucs came very close to stopping Chuba Hubbard. Okay. I guess it's a first down. I think the Bucs will take that, though. Just let them keep running. Oh, Clemson SMU. Thanks, Q's44. Bryce Young to David Moore. Levante and Tavier Thomas team up to help make the tackle. Again, making these tackles inbounds, very, very important. 1:18 to go. Tick, 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 tick. We've seen the Bucs in a lot of close games. Young going to the sideline. Incomplete for David Moore. It'll make it a 3rd and 1. Jamel Dean making a scene over on the sideline as well. Well, let's get a pick 6. Get that Bucs team total over. Pick 6. Pick 6. Or a scoop and score. Oh, they're going to run it with Chuba Hubbard. Oh, I think he got the first down. Christian Izien came very, very close to getting the stop. Hubbard just gets it, but that's going to kill a lot of time. Remember, the Panthers need a touchdown. Field goal does nothing for them. So 1st and 10, they got it at the 40 with 48 seconds to go and counting. Young goes deep. It's going to be thrown out of bounds, incomplete. So 43 seconds to go. Remember, the Panthers have 1 timeout remaining. Man, Christian Izien came close. Yaya Diaby as well. Second and 10. 43 seconds remaining. Hubbard goes in motion, then comes back, stands next to the left of Young. 2 seconds to go on the play clock. Bucs send a blitz. Winfield coming after Young. It's going to make Tremble open, who eventually gets tackled by Tavier Thomas. That's 36 seconds. I think the Panthers called a timeout. Yep, they call a timeout. 36 seconds to go. Oh, boy. $36 seconds. No timeouts remaining. Can the Bucs hold on? Yeah, Tommy Tremble, another great game against the Bucs. Whew. It's at the 25. Anything can happen. Young and shotgun. He's going to step up. He throws over the middle. Touchdown. Panthers, Adam Thielen. Whew. The Panthers take the lead late. Uh-oh. Sorry, Bucs fans. It is 22-20. The Panthers lead with the extra point coming up. Extra point is good. That makes it 23-20. Bucs season is on the line. Baker Mayfield's had a rough game today, but it is crunch time. 30 seconds to go. You have all three timeouts, so you have all of the field. And again, the kick that gave the Panthers the ball at the 40. Man, oh man. $30 seconds to go. Bucs do have three timeouts. Again, you just need a field goal to tie it up. This would be a rough loss. You squander missed field goals by Eddie Pinheiro. You squander the Falcons losing to the Chargers. You squander a tremendous rushing performance by Bucky Irving. Bucks Basement with the $2 super chat. Thank you very much. Says that's going to seal Bowles' fate at the end of the season. It will. It will. By the way, we will have a Pewter postgame show, myself and Scott Reynolds. That will be coming up after this game is done, after we hear from Todd Bowles and Baker Mayfield. So we'll have plenty to talk about in this game. Would love it if you can join us. And we'll see when this game ends. Never say never, Justin Bieber. $30 seconds to go. Can the Bucs do something crazy? Can they get into field goal range in 30 seconds? Baker drops back, throws over the middle, caught by Evans. Timeout, 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 timeout. Okay, That gets the Bucs to about midfield. Nice catch by Mike Evans. Gets them closer to 100 yards, so helps out in several ways. 23 seconds to go. Can you imagine the Bucs are going to another overtime game? They got to get it done, though. They got to get it done first. Whew. 23 seconds remaining. Bucs not fully at midfield just yet. They're at their own 46, as the graphic says. Now, Chase Money McLaughlin has a bigger leg, so they don't have to get crazy far. But they obviously need to keep moving forward. Baker to the sideline, off the hands of Evans. That's tough. That would have put them right at field goal range. Makes it 2nd and 10, 19 seconds to go. The season might be hanging in the balance with this game. Can they find it in them to tie it up, maybe even take the lead? Baker looking, steps up, breaks a tackle. He's sprinting. He's trying to get to the sideline. He will, and he gets out of bounds with 11 seconds to go. You knew the Baker scramble was coming at some point in this game. It happens in the waning seconds. There's 11 seconds to go. Bucs have a first down. They have a chance to get closer into field goal range. They're right on the cusp of field goal range. Yep, they're at the 43. 8 seconds to go. They have 2 timeouts, but with 11 seconds. 10 seconds. Baker throws. Caught by Shepard. Timeout, timeout, timeout. They have the timeouts. That's fine. That's fine. It's going to set up a Chase McLaughlin potential game-tying field goal. Nice jobs by the Bucs to get into field goal range. That's why you keep those timeouts. It's going to be all on Chase McLaughlin. What are we doing here? There's 6 seconds to go. You can't. This is dumb. Just kick the field goal. You can't run another play. What are you doing here? I don't like this. I don't like this at all. You're leaving no room for error. I don't like this. It's got to be a quick ball. 3, 2. He caught it. Timeout, timeout, timeout. Wow, nice catch, Sterling Shepard. All right, well, at least they're just going to, no team has a timeout. There's no icing the kicker, none of it. It's just a straight-up field goal. Will Chase McLaughlin get it? Oh, my God. Whoo! How do you not feel the nerves? Hopefully Chase McLaughlin doesn't feel any nerves. 3 seconds to go. It's the down and distance doesn't matter. Well, the distance does, but the down doesn't. Bucs are down 23-20. This is a 51-yard attempt for Chase McLaughlin to send the game into overtime. The snap is good. Kick is up, and it is good! Chase McLaughlin, the Chase Bank is open, ties it up. We are all set at 23-23, going to overtime. Woo! That's why you paid Chase McLaughlin this offseason, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, man. Can the Bucs win a damn overtime game? Come on. They got to win it one time. They did send Levante out. That's very funny. The Bucs won the coin toss. Okay, can the Bucs take advantage of this? Oh man, if the Bucs if the Bucs can score an opening drive touchdown, the -6 would push, the team total over would hit, and depending on what else happens, could have a pretty dope parlay. Oh man. Oh, let me change the graphic. It's no longer the fourth quarter. It's overtime. The third overtime game of the season for the Bucs. You got to win one of these, right? The law of averages, all that stuff. That Duffy says third OT, third time's the charm. Stevie says, man, I'm sweating. Oh, we got a $2 super chat from Bucks Basement. Thank you very much. Who says, Canals coach circles around bowls. He got his offense where it needed to be. Oh, man. Bucks have to capitalize on this. They got the ball first. Toku Tom says, doesn't matter if we don't win. Yeah, you can't help but think about that 3rd and 1 that the Bucks couldn't get the first down on when they made it 20-16. Yeah, I would expect a lot of rushing attempts from Bucky Irving. No, maybe they'll just return this for a touchdown. That'd be cool. I'd be down with that. You guys down with that? Sean Tucker. He's got an attempt. Nope. Doesn't even get to the 20. Not ideal. Maybe it'll be a tie. What does that mean for the standings? Oh, no. And a penalty? Oh, God. The Bucs going to be backed up on their own drive. Personal foul on the Panthers. Okay. They'll put the Bucs at the 35? How do you get a personal foul penalty in overtime? Wow. They're at the 34. Nothing too special. Rashad White's in the game, so could tell you about the health of Bucky Irving. They're going to run it with Rashad. Gets about 5 yards. Bucs go play action. Baker throwing down the middle. It's caught. It's caught by Jalen McMillan. Woo-hoo-hoo! Bucs are over the 40. Elaine Abraham with the $1.99 super chat. Thank you so much. Said Broncos told us what we need to know. Go Bucs. In terms of Todd Bowles, I think you mean. Jalen McMillan, welcome to the game. All right. Yeah, I think Bucky Irving has to be hurt oh, wait, no, he was in on that play. I mean, they trust Rashad White, too. Now Bucky's in the game. And they go, nope, they run it with Bucky. I think they're limiting him a little bit. Remember, he did have that hip injury. Missed some time. I'd love a play action. Touchdown to Mike Evans, something like that. That'd be nice. Yeah, be big time. All right. Bucs going shotgun on 2nd and 6. Bucky lines out wide to the left. Oh, Baker's running around. Oh, not what you wanted. Not what you want at all. Yeah, McMillan at the end was open, but at that point, yeah, it would have been tough. 3rd and 14. Uh-oh. Cade Otton makes the catch. You're kind of in that no man's land area. What do you do if you're the Bucs? I guess you punt it. They're bringing on McLaughlin. Oh, man. McLaughlin, who just hit from 51, now has an attempt from 55. Kick is up. Kick is no good. Just hooked it left. Don't know if there's anything wrong with the snap or anything. Yikes. Panthers only need a couple first downs. Remember, their kicker has been shaky today. Mock draft Monday. Oh, that sack is going to hurt on 2nd down. It was the sack on 2nd down and the 3rd and 1 not getting the first down at the goal line. Bryce Young's going to scramble. Gets about 8 yards. 2nd and 5. I like it. The Bucs are just going crazy. They're saying, screw it, we're going to go out on our sword. 3rd and 5. I wonder, like, if you're Carolina, say they don't get it here, do you just go for it on 4th down? They'll probably get it, though. It's the Bucs. Yeah, that's true. Gator J says, need a sack here on 3rd. You could just completely force them into punting it. And Carolina's going to call a timeout. Pretty sloppy game. Interesting for sure, as Mia says, but yeah. Pretty sloppy as well. A ginormous 3rd and 5. The Bucs season is hanging in the balance. By the way, we have over 2,000 people watching. Thank you so much. Young gets the throw. It's, oh my God, what a catch by Adam Thielen. That was an incredible one-handed catch. And that's pretty much going to do it. I mean, Panthers are in field goal range. That was a great catch. Oh, ball! Anthony Nelson knocked the ball out! Yaya Diaby recovers it! Holy smokes! Holy smokes! Anthony Nelson saves the Bucs season! Holy smokes! Holy shiitake mushrooms! Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Anthony Nelson is only playing because Joe Tryon-Shoyinka is injured. I can't believe that just happened. I cannot believe what I just saw. Anthony Nelson from the jaws of defeat. Was he? Yeah, that's out. That's not even a question. Oh my God, Anthony Nelson. The forced fumble. Unbelievable. I am in shock. Yeah, I agree. Diesel Roche. Yaya was way too nonchalant about jumping on that football. Yeah, Anthony Nelson always finds a way. I cannot believe we saw that. Anthony Nelson. All right, Bucs got to do their part now on offense. Baker throwing down the field. It's caught by Mike Evans. He gets touched past the 50. Remember, the Bucs just need a field goal now to win. Mike Evans with a great catch. That'll put him over 100 yards. Kyle Driver, thank you for the $5 super chat, says, just as epic as the fumble against the Panthers to save the season last year. That's true. Yeah, let's go. Just keep giving it to Mike Evans. $3:45 to go as well. Like, there's not a ton of time left. Oh, my goodness. Can you believe it? Anthony Nelson. The Panthers lining up to win the game. Yeah, Cali Bucs. Mike Evans is at 118 receiving yards. Whew. First and 10 for the Bucs. They're just over midfield. 3:44 to go. They're going to run it with Rachaad White, who gets a first down and more. Rachaad White to the 30, the 20. Rachaad White to about the 15. The Bucs are very, very close now. At this point, I think you just line up for a chip shot field goal. Great blocking. Gedeke on the pull. White does the rest. I mean, we are in chip shot field goal range. Yeah, I would just run it. Yeah, run it a couple times. I mean, at this point, just kick the damn field goal. Holy mackerel. The Bucs have a chance to win. Anthony Nelson, the new player of the game. And now Anthony Nelson's in on special teams. I love it. All right, this is a 30-yard field goal. It's a chip shot. Got to hit it. Got to hit it. Kick is up. And it's good. It's good. The Bucs win the ball game 26-23. Goodness gracious, great God almighty. The Bucs win the game 26-23 in overtime. Anthony Nelson with the game-saving forced fumble recovered by Yaya Diaby as the Panthers were getting into territory to kick the game-winning field goal. Bucs are able to drive down. McLaughlin knocks it in, and the Bucs win the ball game. What a great thing to see. The Bucs win 26-23. They are now 6-6 on the season, tied with the Atlanta Falcons, one game behind them in terms of the tiebreaker, but everything is in front of the Buccaneers. You can learn more even with the win and get better. You'd rather learn more with the win than with the loss. A gutty game, a gritty game, not beautiful, but a win is a win, is a win, is a win, is a win. And we're going to recap it all very soon on the Pewter Postgame show with myself and Scott Reynolds. We'll let you know on our social media when we're going live, but should be a lot of fun. Thank you all for rocking with me this afternoon and this evening. Been a lot of fun. The Bucs win, and we'll see you soon for another Pewter Game Day show. Out.